Yes! You won by 1 point! 5 1 point! 5 1 point!
Nice gather.
What?
Oh no! Hold on! Look at that!
What? The fuck happened?
We gave you Japan, and what did you do?
I took the world. It was not enough.
Trying to stop
Ow, 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 ow.
I'm lit. I don't know.
Hi, Chatters.
Hi.
Oh, bye, Chatters.
Oh. Oh.
No, come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Go, man.
Wait, what? Maybe the crucifix. Oh, wow.
Oh, your gravel track, yeah.
Thank you, Lord Clang. I didn't appear to have asked for your input, yeah?
Oh god, I keep on hitting shit. No! Right.
You dick! Steve, show me your spunk.
Show me your spunk.
I want your spunk, Ghosty.
Let me see your spunk.
Welcome in, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Let's get the webcam thing sorted. We are here. It is another episode of Thickets Thoughts, and we are gonna shift the emphasis a little bit this week in terms of I haven't actually got any videos or anything prepared or nothing to sit there and mull over and watch beforehand. We're just gonna go straight into more of a podcasty type discussion. Thunder is currently muted because he is doing something else, but he will be back at some point. We also have Fruitbat, Calantris, and Gypster in here.
Hello.
Ow.
So, today's Thicket Thoughts... Fruitbat's off getting a drink, by the way, guys. He will be back in a minute. So, today's thoughts. Aliens, do they exist? And should we contact them, basically?
Welcome to this point of the podcast where we've gone completely fucking conspiracy theory.
No, it's not.
No.
It's
No conspiracy.
It's nothing to do with conspiracy theory. Like, we will do an episode one day on full-on conspiracy theories, but this isn't about conspiracy theories. It's genuinely, do they exist?
Okay, that's fucking loud. Fuck.
I mean, at the end of the
think
day,
yes.
like, how big is the universe, right? Like,
Fired 50 and it's just completely just...
It's quite narcissistic to think that, oh yeah, no, this is the only planet that has life on it. Like, sure, it took forever to get here, but in the grand scheme of things, but still.
see, there's so part of the idea behind doing the first bit, like are they real, etc., is because I want to delve into people's thoughts in terms of, like, you know, are they real, and we actually start talking about some of the evidences and such, like, and whether people believe them or not, you know. Welcome back, Fruitbat.
Hello.
So yeah, Fruitbat, aliens, real or not? First part of the discussion.
Aliens good or not?
Well, that leads on to the next part, right? So first of all, just do they exist?
Probably, maybe.
I'm
Statistically, they surely have to.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure. Well, I guess we have to clarify, don't we, really? Because first of all, we have to clarify, what do we mean specifically by aliens? So I guess what we are talking about is intelligent life. So life forms that, for the sake of having any further discussion, have the ability to come and visit us.
Do they have clothes and radios and
Well,
things like that?
in that case, you should consider us as not intelligent.
Yes.
Well, yeah, okay.
Hello, by the way.
Or, hey.
Hi.
So maybe not necessarily that can visit us right now, but in terms of the future at some point.
Well,
You know, is
there
there
are
intelligent life?
We're one galaxy, the Milky Way. There are other galaxies. Who knows what might be out there? Because we can only see so far.
Yeah, but even just still in
But
just
actually, wait a
the
minute, wait a
Milky
minute.
Way.
There is life in the universe. They found it on Mars.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no,
isn't
no,
those like
no,
the micro
no,
things?
No, what they... Right. So two things. One, they found evidence that life may have once existed on Mars. That's not the same as finding life. Two,
No.
we are specifically talking about intelligent forms of
yep.
life. So we are talking about forms of life which are capable of building, moving, creating ships and such. That means that then they can travel and visit other planets.
Herbals.
Yeah. Yeah, is there a
Hooray.
race of Kerbals out there somewhere?
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
Is that what the game's actually based on?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe they're getting us ready for them. They're like, you gotta let people know about Kerbals.
So, does anybody know about the 2017 US Air Force leaks?
Nope.
Nah, well, go on.
Why would we?
Let
About
me...
the what? What'd you say?
Is that just
So
common knowledge or something?
2000... it was pretty big news, apparently. Let me pull up...
Well, when was it? 2001? I was 2.
I said 2017.
Okay, I didn't care for US politics at that point.
No, but it's been spoken quite a lot about on YouTube recently as well.
I'm not seeing jack shit about it.
Okay, right. Fine. US
How much are you on Conspiracy Pod?
Air Force. So there is obviously in the US they used to have a UFO group, right? That group no longer exists. It was dismantled, but now they don't call them UFOs anymore. Now they call them
Oh, yeah, they changed the acronym.
yeah, they call them UAPs, which means unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah.
But there have been 3 videos that have been declassified, that were taken by it was by Navy pilots. Alright, so if you're watching the stream, that's the easiest way.
I'm not.
If you're watching the stream, I'll play the videos now on the stream. Now, bearing in mind, this is videos taken by Navy pilots, right? So you would expect them to be fairly clear, fairly decisive videos, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
So this is the first one.
Yeah.
This is the second one. And this is the third one.
Like, that one's obviously a seagull.
Yeah, I think I would agree as well. This
That
actually,
one's just a smudge on the lens or something, or like a bug on the lens, I don't know.
well,
like, come on now.
the thing is how they're talking as well, which I think is a little bit bizarre, because they're like, "Did you see that dude? Did you know?" which
Yeah.
like kind of makes me think that possibly it's a little bit more believable. But the weirdest thing for me is that one that they're saying, did you see that, dude? If you actually look up UFO photos, I'm pretty sure that one of the a lot of these are obviously faked. Yeah, so, oh no, that is the actual Pentagon one. I'm pretty sure there is another one that's got that exact shape, and it's like a really old, really famous photo. But it's got that exact shape. Where is it? Everything's from those videos now, though. But kind of like with the little bulb on top and the bigger bulb on the bottom type disc feature. And I think it was proven to be false or to be faked before. But I just think it's strange that a previous one that was faked has now been brought up as part of the US Navy's UAP video footage, stuff that they actually haven't been able to explain.
I mean, it's possible they saw that video, couldn't explain it, and then went, "Ah, must be a UFO," and then went on to make more stuff that looked like that. So, like, that's what they look like, I guess.
Well, yeah, but don't forget the picture that I'm talking about was years ago. These ones released by the Navy was only released in 2017. It was only
When were they-
declassified 2017.
When were they actually from, though?
That is a good question.
Why, thank you.
I can't see any date info on the video. Just trying to see
it's
if
like-
it says something down beneath.
It's like how like aliens like greys, that kind of image. They first appeared in a TV program, then everybody swore blind that that's the aliens they saw, and it's like,
Yeah.
sure thing, buddy.
And this is the thing. So like, do I believe people that say they've seen aliens? No, I don't.
No.
I don't believe any of them. The whole Roswell, New Mexico thing, it's quite easy, right? It was a common time when the US was doing a lot of military testing, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe any Mexican dude, because who knows? Mexicans, the amount of drugs that Mexicans smoke, he might have been hallucinating. God knows
I
what.
cannot
not
believe
from
you've
Thunder,
already
are you pulling the races already?
13 minutes into the stream and Thunder's already
No,
pulled
I'm
up
not.
the
I'm
racing
just saying the
argument.
amount of
No, you're
drugs
pulling
they
the racist.
smoke.
You're pulling the racist.
You've literally
That's
came
not what me saying they smoke drugs.
Yes.
Everybody
yes,
Yeah, it
does.
actually is.
How's that racist?
Everybody does drugs.
because you're categorizing an entire race of people into one chest, into one thing. You're saying they're all the
Have
same.
you seen the
Therefore-
Texas U.S. Border Patrol?
Okay, more racism. Nice.
No, I said, have you seen it?
It's
though?
more.
Anyway,
So, forgetting the racism against me, I don't even know how Mexicans came into that. To be fair, because we were talking about
America.
yeah,
Yes,
we're
but
talking
you
about
said
Roswell.
Mexican.
No, I said Roswell, New Mexico.
Which is not in Mexico.
New
No.
Mexico is a state in America.
But no, I don't know. Some say aliens statistically must exist, but also, imagine, like, we already have the technology to, like, we have, like, Google Maps and stuff. We can already, like, see what people are doing on the surface from orbit. Why would they even need to come down here if they were just surveying things?
Yeah.
You know?
We could also think of it like this. Maybe they already found us and they didn't think we were that interesting.
Well,
Oh,
this
You've
this
seen
is
this on the Star Trek thing when they discovered it.
This is
the
No,
races.
it's just no, it's
Well,
just like
true.
oh, these people are idiots. They try to nuke each other.
This is one of the
It's a
things that
topic.
kind of that cropped up for me when I was sort of thinking about this the other day, was that everyone always assume, right? They always talk about the fact that yes, aliens have visited our planet. There's all these supersonic fucking spaceships that will sit there hovering in the sky, and then the moment you look at them, they dash off like the speed of light, right?
Yeah.
They've got this super technology which allows them to traverse the universe freely, supposedly, and yet they take people up into their ships and shove probes up their asses to investigate.
I wish.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
I
like?
bet Pat's looking forward to
No,
that.
just remember,
Mm.
aliens are gay.
But
That's how we solve it.
there's this disconnect.
So now you're being sexist.
Fine.
I mean, surely that's more homophobic than it is sexist, right?
Yeah.
But there's this disconnect, isn't there? Behind, they've got all this massive, brilliant technology, and then they have to look up our asses using probes because they've got no better way to analyze our brains, right? Like,
Cabbage searches.
it doesn't.
Like,
It
we
doesn't make
already have the
sense.
technology to basically look for a pack of cigarettes on the moon. If there are aliens that actually have the technology to get to us, that they have way better technology then. Like they probably don't even have to get close to Earth. They can just look at the solar system and like, oh yeah, no, that. I can look at this dude's nose and see how big it is or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this guy's nose.
Oh, look at Thunder down there. He's an idiot, isn't he? Yeah.
See, I like the theory that they did come to our planet, but if you think about like oxygen is kind of toxic. Like even though
Yeah.
we breathe it, it kind of oxidizes us and is like bad for one thing that makes us age. Hence, you get antioxidants. So maybe they came to our planet and it's literally just poison to them.
Yeah.
Like they recognize that we live here, but they're like, we literally can't come down here. It's just a poison land with poison people.
I mean, that's that's plausible too.
What, would you like to disassemble that or something,
I,
Chatters?
well, and the other thought is like if there is life out there on another planet, are they a carbon-based life form?
What's the message you said?
Yeah.
Because like,
It could be a jellyfish.
well,
Yes.
but even jellyfishes are still, every life form on Earth is a carbon-based life form. But there is theories that life could have arisen on another planet that didn't use carbon as its starter block, if you like. So they're not carbon-based, but
Yeah.
instead they're based off of another element, which I don't think really holds much credence because everything is made up of carbon, because carbon, like, it's got such a strong structural shape to it, and the bonds, the covalent bonds, etc., allow it to bond with other atoms easily, and but I
The
think there's a
whole things, Mass Effect actually did that. Like, there are two races in that game that basically work different from every other
Wait, did you say races or racists?
races.
Racist.
Yeah.
Other
Probably
one.
both.
Oh, there are space races, and they are basically humans.
No, that's called a xenophobe.
You don't think any of these aliens have infiltrated Russia, do you?
No.
Why would they?
Russia's next week's debate.
Ah,
I'll be there for that.
I've tried to get Valley, but he is probably out of sauna right now.
Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't matter. So, I think the general consensus is that we all thoroughly believe it is possible for life to be out there.
Yeah.
But as to whether it's advanced enough to visit us enough yet.
Yeah, but also, is it a good time for them to visit us? Like, if they come now, then like, what do we show? What do we have to
We
show?
have
for
made
it?
cars that says, "Hi, we're from Earth." Thank you, Elon.
So we have also yeah, I mean they can literally see a Tesla.
Yes, actually that, or they've taken that thing down. I'm not sure.
No, it's still up there. Of course they haven't taken it down.
Or maybe that's just it.
It's never going to return. It's just there floating in space
yeah.
now. It comes close to the orbit of Earth, but then I think it extends past Venus, its orbit.
Gotta go get him a drink one
I
second.
do like that visual though. Just aliens come over here, and they're like, okay, let's get close. All of a sudden, just a Tesla flies past, and like, holy crap, this is one of their spaceships. They don't need to breathe. They don't need oxygen or whatever. They just go like this.
Yeah, we're just floating right now. Hi. And just like
Oh,
tried to talk to us. And
they-
we're like, yep.
They're watching some of our like videos and stuff that have beamed out, and they've heard about fully automated cars, and they're like, "Wow, this technology is amazing! Look how far it can go."
Uh huh.
All that's the reason that Tesla's out there, right? Is it just ran out of charge?
Yeah, just to show like, oh, just for aliens, first contact.
A floating car.
And then they find it, then bring it back to Earth, and it was like, they just say like, I can't believe it's so impractical.
Chaz, rumor has it that if aliens exist, that what you'll find when you find them, they'll have sink plungers and egg whisks.
Yeah, look at that. Jack Nigel doing a great job.
What?
No one sees the reference.
My brain.
He's dropped on the last one as well.
What, sink plungers and egg whisks?
Near one.
What?
Exterminate, exterminate.
DJ drops again.
Yeah, if you just said it's a Dalek, yeah, okay, I would have
Oh,
gone.
come on! I can't make. I've got to make it.
No, the Yak Nigel's
Not everyone here is a nerd.
Fundo, whilst you're talking, at least, can you not be watching something on fucking YouTube that's appearing in the background?
I was about to say, that almost sounds like a no. Just the screaming in the background.
Fucking hell.
Oh, that was an A10 Warthog. Heck yeah.
So there is this company, right, that will allow you to record, because obviously, like, sending stuff into space, sending data into space is currently quite difficult.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
It takes, I mean, it's not necessarily difficult, but it just takes quite a lot of power and resources
Yeah,
to
it's
do.
not practical.
Yeah. So there is a company in America that allows anybody to send whatever they want into space. Basically, what they do is
Is it called NASA?
they convert it. No, it's not NASA. It's a company. It's just a guy that set up a company. What they do is you send them in. Obviously, you're paying for the service, right? But they take whatever you send them and they convert it to radio waves, because they're one of the most stable forms of waves that can cross. And
I
they
want to send
go on
flowers into space, but they
forever.
can't convert that, can they?
And I fart
No.
into a mic.
Probably.
Yeah, and you can send it to them. And, yeah.
Whoa! Secret message! Whoa!
Now,
Just an alien just sitting somewhere, basically the same technology we have. And there's just a dude and he's like, oh, sir, come quickly. I've picked up alien life forms. Oh, they've sent a message. Let's just hear it. It just very quietly, just everyone's listening and just
But
Just a wet
also,
fart.
also, if we take from our own fucking history of listening to hearing like a radio signal out in the fucking nowhere, think of the one time where we got supposedly a thing out from outer space. What have we done? We made a gigantic satellite dish in Brazil. It also fell apart at one point.
What are you talking about? Where we supposedly got something from outer space? What?
Transmission outer.
Let's move some clarification around.
Yeah.
I cannot build here.
So I genuinely think what we should
So,
send out into space
The thing is, a team of astronomers says they have detected a never-before-heard radio signal that offers insights into the mystery of uncharted deep space. Signal is known as a fast radio burst, FRB, a bright flash of radio light, flash lasting for a few minutes and originating from beyond the Milky Way.
If I could send anything, like a message, if I could send a message up to space, I'd say, beam me up, Scotty. See what happens.
Trust you.
I genuinely think we should just send the contents of the Humans of Tumblr Twitter account, where it's just random videos of people doing weird, fun shit. That kind of sums it up. Just weird, fun shit. That's us at our best.
What meme would you send up?
Oh god, difficult one.
Yeah, pretty difficult.
God, there's so many.
Just the Uganda knuckles. Go back
Do you
to
know the way?
2018. Just do you know the way? Just like,
We,
"Oh, he's asking the way. What are they talking about?
we send them the game Uganda Know the Way.
Yes.
But who would you send up as a or like who would you, if they come up to you and they come down and they say like, oh yeah, we need to talk to your human representative. Who would you send?
I'll tell you who I definitely would not send.
Oh, that's a big list.
Trump.
Exactly the person I was
By
thinking of.
default,
Leave Trump out of this.
On one hand,
No, Trump is funny, so it's
On one
good
hand,
to
I
just say
would
fuck
send-
you to him.
on one hand I would send Trump and maybe they keep him and do experiments on him.
Please.
It's like he's too
We'll send
interesting.
Vladimir
We keep
Putin
him.
or Obama up there.
Yeah, but yeah, this would be the thing. You wouldn't want somebody who would, like, in all seriousness, you wouldn't want somebody who.
Biden up there.
No, okay. No government, currently, no government body I would send to actually talk to
No.
people in space. Because they're fucking stupid. They would probably think of the first thing, which is like safety, of course, but their safety thought would be completely different from the usual normal human. They were like, oh yeah, hi, if you come to Earth, we'll give you accommodation. Sends you down in the bunker that's 50 feet, no, that's like a kilometer or two down into the core of the Earth, just because. So they never have to see sunlight ever again, and then they're just like, it's experiments.
So this also raises another question, right?
Or that might just be because I'm watching too many fucking movies about this bullshit.
This also raises another question in that should we? Like,
Yes.
like,
Sure, why not?
well, for instance,
No, no,
for
well,
starters,
Just do it.
for starters, if we were actually able to, if an alien came down to Earth and visited us, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do we go about communicating with them? First of all,
Ooga booga, listen to
we,
us.
say we could get face to face with these aliens, right? How
Dude.
do
I
we
say
how do we start
send a sheep.
communication?
To us. Go sign a
I'd-
friendship.
I'd say flip him off first, see how they react.
Wait, so Thunder, you say send a sheep to them, at which
Sheep.
a sheep,
sheep.
yeah.
Yeah.
At which
It's not
stage?
Gav.
Yeah.
At which stage the aliens look at the sheep and think, "Wow, they sent their most
fluffy.
supreme. They sent their most supreme being to us."
Oh yes,
Huh?
this is the intelligent life form.
Exactly, right? Like,
I mean,
Just
they
hi,
might
have you
think
heard of
that.
this?
They might not.
Brrr.
I think they probably work out pretty quickly that the sheep isn't that intelligent.
You'd hope
Like, you
so.
presumably start off with some kind of mimicry, or then trying to demonstrate language. You know, like structured like words
Okay.
and letters and things.
I'd say
Show me you're smart.
play piano or whatever. Something
Yeah.
that can like
Music could be good.
like yeah, something like can illustrate some kind of language. It's easy enough to understand.
Or create art of them, like right
Paint
there
me
and
like
then.
one of your French girls.
Yes,
Pretty
paint
much.
them like one of our French girls.
Okay, there's a couple of interesting thoughts. Because there was a film done that I watched fairly recently. I don't know when the film was
Does
made.
it have Jeremy Renner in it or something?
I have no idea who's in it. I don't pay attention that much. But the idea behind the film was that these alien ships come down. They had this girl who like she studies language. or
Okay,
something.
I'm back. I'll finish
and
now what I'm doing.
they have a bunch of people that basically like experts to go out, and they enter the ship and they converse with these aliens. Now the aliens are like squid type creatures,
Yeah.
and they create this ink splatter in front of the window that they put up to protect them from the aliens and the atmosphere and such. And the ink splatter they just produce these round globules, but the splatter around it, like a Rorschach thing, but all means certain things. That's their language, is this ink splatter. So they had to like try and learn what the aliens are saying and what they're talking about. And they had to decode this language, right?
Please, can you tell
Watch
us
the
where
language rings.
Can you please tell
No.
us where the toilet is? We need to shit.
Now,
It's been 20 years. I need to poo.
one of the
One
of the things that come up midway through there was obviously these ships appeared on like every nation, and this is focused on the Americans, but every other nation had them as well. And the Chinese started getting upset with these space beings, because they were talking about war. And then the question arose, how have they been trying to teach them the language? Because if all you ever show them is war, famine, weapons, things like that, then the only response they've got to come back to you with is going to be similar type things, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be careful in terms of how you're communicating with them to make sure you're communicating the right things. And you're not just trying to say, hey, look, war. You come down here, we make war. Yeah.
War good, pistol good.
Hey, no, exactly, right? But how do you do that with somebody who doesn't know English, that you're having to teach your language and your customs? I mean, you've got to think you got to think more or less like they're a child, right? And
I say we just get fruit back to give them a lesson in English.
I'll sort them out.
Can I whack them on the head with a stick if they don't behave? Listen.
So then the other thought is, because assuming that they're like, obviously that we could communicate with them and like we could have this conversation, we could teach them things that we have got to say and stuff like that, and we can figure out what they're trying to say to us. Like, obviously the danger is that they want to come down and wipe us out, right? That's why a lot of people say we should be careful about communicating with them and.
Well, yeah,
all of
but
this,
then they
right?
wouldn't even try to make contact.
Go point.
I mean, my
If
thoughts
they
on it.
wanted to basically destroy us for our resources, they'd already done it.
Yeah.
In
Like
my
with the technology they
maybe.
have,
exactly,
they'd-
that's my logic. My logic is the fact that they're so
Why would they just go for
technologically
the
advanced
resources, though?
that they would be able to wipe us out easily.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on if we can make something they can't make on their planet.
yeah,
Dude,
I'm sorry, but if
You are
they,
talking about a race that can travel across the universe. I don't think we're gonna have any technology that they don't.
no,
I mean, maybe. I mean, technology is technology. Like, we have spaceships, and we have, like, complex maths and things. The only thing we're missing, really, is speed. But there's still plenty we don't know and
Wait.
can't do.
Wait a
What is
minute,
something
wait a minute.
we-
They can travel the universe. They come down here and they're like, we just want to know how you create a microwave. We want to
no,
cook
that's
our
not
food
bad, but
faster.
It could be combinations of, like, elements and things, and, like, the way we work could be alien to them. All
that
sorts.
is the thing. Like, if you look at us and how we would send someone into space and to a different galaxy or whatever, or to a different solar system, whatever. Like, how will we go about it? Like, it's gonna take generations. So you need a ship that has,
Cryo-freeze.
like, generations.
Cryo
well,
freezing is clearly not fucking working and has shown that it doesn't.
Yeah, no, like
That's
that's
a shame.
By
I
the
want
way,
to
there,
meet Disney one day.
there is a company that you can pay to cryo freeze your body when you die.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, when you're dead,
Well,
yeah, sure.
there's-
you can pay
Perfect
anyone
all you
for
want
anything.
and then just test and
Yeah, but
shit
what,
on me.
what they
Oh,
do is once you're declared dead, they immediately pump your heart so that your body, all your organs still get oxygenated blood, right?
Oh,
Put you on
Mhm.
oxygen, and then
His heart's still beating.
they
He's
re-
alive!
they replace all of your blood with an organ preservative fluid, like the same sort of thing they use when they
Ew,
transplant
that's
organs
sick.
and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
And then they
Yeah, I
stick
don't
you
wanna
in
hear
these
this.
cryo chambers so that in the future they may be able to bring you back and give you more
Yeah.
life. Also, there is another option you can do with the company where you can basically just have your head chopped off and kept. It goes down to like your chest, I think. And the idea behind that is that then it's not necessarily your body that you get back when technology allows us to be able to do it, but they can bring your mind to a computer instead.
All right.
You know, so like we'll have AI, but it's not AI. It's like iRobot, but Sonny's actually got a transplanted human mind in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a company that does that. So you can have that done.
Is this just someone who came up with an idea just to make money from people who believe in this sort of stuff?
Possibly.
I mean, to be fair,
Who's
who's
got
to
the money? Just get rid of them.
But who's to say
one
that
can
we're
kill
not
a dick.
one? Who's to say that we're not one day going to have the technology to be able to download a human brain into a computer?
Hmm.
I am the machine. Oh wait, basically we're going down the Cyberman path now.
I mean, this is the other point. I think, like one of the theories that aliens are, which stretches more into slight conspiracy-ish type
let me
ideas, I
ask you
guess, is that
this.
they're actually time travelers from
What
the
do you
future.
reckon? Right, how many planets do we have in the solar system now?
Yes.
Are you including Pluto or not?
Yes. No,
Pluto's not a fucking planet, it's a dwarf planet, meaning it's not a fucking planet in the system.
I'm
So we
calling it,
only have 8 planets, we don't have 9.
Shut up, you.
Shut the
You
fuck
leave him
up.
alone. You leave Pluto alone.
Yeah.
Pluto
to you.
is effectively a moon without a planet.
Quite
it's not,
simply
no, it's
getting
not, no, it's
scripted into
not,
the
no,
war
it's
with
not.
you
Is
and
that
Denmark.
small?
No, it's not. It's not a moon without a planet. It does not. It cannot be classified as a moon.
That's like saying Earth has more than
In
one
order for
moon.
something to be classified as a moon, it has to have enough weight to clear debris around itself, and it has to orbit a planet. Pluto
Wait, does
does
that mean
not
if we
orbit
send
a
a
planet.
rocket into space and it leaves something there, then it's classified as a moon? If it's
Well,
like
in
a-
that case, the Tesla
Well,
they send up is a moon.
Right. So,
yeah,
so the
Tesla
moon,
makes
our moon, and every other moon in the solar system is, by technical classification, is actually a satellite. That's what it's determined as. They are satellites. That's why satellites are called satellites, because they're in a stationary orbit around the planet.
So does that make the International Space Station a fucking moon then?
Well, no, it's a satellite.
Yeah.
Got people on it though.
Right, but it's exactly the same as saying, like, all Rottweilers are dogs, but not all dogs are Rottweilers, right?
Yeah.
All moons are satellites, but not all satellites are moons.
Does that include the one on top of my head?
What, have you got a
Right.
halo ring that orbits your head?
No.
Your head's so
baby.
big that you're thinking of it
No,
like a
I
planet.
shaved it so you can see
It's
the.
like...
It's like the moon's surface.
Whoa, so you
Well,
shaved it
bumpy.
so the sun can reflect off it.
Well, it was getting so warm. Up there.
A built-in solar panel on his head.
Do you know how much of the sun's light is actually reflected by the moon, by the way?
Quite a bit.
Not a lot, but I also didn't
20%, I
care in the
think it
first
is.
place. I just made it up for funny.
Is it 20% or is it 12? One of them.
It's 3%.
Oh.
Just
Oh,
3% of light that hits the moon is reflected back. The moon is actually an extremely dark object.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one side it is.
No, it is...
The entire thing is a dark
It's
object.
extremely dark. It's just the fact that the sunlight that hits it is so intense that it looks bright to us. It only reflects 3% of the light that hits its surface. That makes it dark. That's like Thunder. Thunder redirects 3% of the intelligence that goes towards him.
Hey, fuck off.
It's
I'm drunk here. I'm drunk here. That's why I'm saying stupid shit.
Oh dear.
Anyway, what was my... Oh, yeah. Now I remember what started this. What are the odds? Way over, what, 65 million years ago, you know, when the asteroid crashed into the Earth, you know, started everything. What if another asteroid crashed, hit another planet in our solar system, or galaxy, and it sent several planets that had life on them somewhere out in space?
That would be shit.
What, so what you're saying is that maybe there's another planet out there somewhere that a giant
Wasn't
asteroid smashed into,
Yeah.
did
that
enough
had life
damage
on
that it broke the planet up
Well,
without
maybe not maybe broke it up, but just sent it out into
Yep.
space.
But
die.
how's it gonna send a big chunk of the planet out into space without breaking the entire planet up?
I don't know, it's a planet, dude.
Also,
Oh,
as soon
no,
as it goes out of
exactly.
orbit,
There is a series
like,
called Space
it'll freeze.
1999 where a massive explosion blows the moon out of the Earth's orbit.
Right, but
yes.
that's blowing the moon out of an orbit and not like
To
breaking a big
something-
chunk of it off.
Well, you know how things are. One large object hitting another large object is obviously going to knock it out of something, orbit or something
mean,
like that.
An actual planet, it would go out of sync with its moon, and they'd all freeze to death, or possibly boil if it went towards the moon.
But also the amount of force for something to be launched out of its orbit into another, like, basically another system. No.
Well, how do those planets get that orbit, if you know what
I mean,
Years ago. It's not like
Have
it's
you-
all done yesterday.
have you not
Physics?
have you not played any like sandbox games that have like realistic space physics and stuff like gravity wells and stuff in? Like you can literally just grab
Space
particles.
engineers.
You can grab particles and fling them towards an object, and providing you fling it at the right point, it can get caught in the gravity of that planet. And
Space
especially
engineers, that's it.
especially if it gets close enough to the atmosphere that the atmosphere can slow that object down, then it can cause it to create a stable orbit. So the theory on how the moon became into orbit is that it was a big asteroid, a massive asteroid, that collided with Earth. And if you look at it, it collided by not full on hitting, but sort of grazing the surface of the Earth.
Yeah.
And that caused the asteroid to break up. So lots of bits got flung everywhere. Some bits smashing down into Earth, some bits flying off out into space.
Quick
But
question.
a group of rocks, superheated by the collision, were caught just in the sweet spot to continue a perfect orbit around the Earth. And once those rocks cooled and solidified, it became the moon.
Quite big then.
There you go.
You don't think that asteroid belt that's passed between Jupiter and Mars is any part of the debris from the asteroid, do you?
I mean, there probably is debris in there, yes, but
But then again, they can trace traces of the Big Bang still in the universe. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's basically the static you see when you turn on the TV.
I mean, part of the problem with looking into the universe, and this is the reason why we can only speculate how big the universe is, right? Is because all the time that we're looking, the universe is expanding faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
So the light from the edge of the universe can never ever reach us because the edge is always going faster than that light is traveling.
Yeah. But also, basically every day we can see more from the universe.
Yeah.
Technically.
As more
but,
light reaches us, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said but. Or did you
Yeah,
just want to say
on
but?
that now.
But like, even though we can see it also, like how much is in between those lights?
Speaking of lights, I've got to put mine on. 1 minute.
It's even though we can see it, that doesn't mean we can go to it. Technically we can, but not in like any time now. Because if we are able to travel faster than the speed of light, then
What?
yeah. Basically, everyone on Earth would be dead the moment you're there. So it's pretty much a suicide mission.
I wonder what the actual speed we'll be able to reach eventually will be. If you know what I mean?
Well, so there's a problem with faster than light travel, isn't there?
Like the way you perceive time on board the ship compared to the people
Well, I mean,
on the ship.
that's a problem all the time anyway. Like
Also, the infinite power.
the closer you get towards the speed of light, the faster time becomes.
And they did also test it with planes. Like they had two clocks that were perfectly in tune.
Yeah,
constantly.
atomic clocks.
Yeah, and then they took one of them on a plane, and the other one they kept on a.
Kept on ground.
They kept on the ground. And at the end, when the plane returned, the clocks were no longer.
The same. How much time difference was it?
I don't remember. It
wasn't a lot. It was
No,
only
it wasn't a
something
lot. It
like
was like
12
how-
milliseconds or something.
yeah.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
But you're not talking a very big distance.
No.
And the problem is, so
But that's also not a crazy speed.
because well, I mean, it's not necessarily about speed, is it? Because it's also like light and gravity are linked, right? Or sorry, light and time are linked. They're linked mainly because it's the way we measure light is linked to time. But they are linked, and therefore the faster you go, and there's gravitational shift as well that can warp light and time. So gravity has an effect on time as well. But it's an effect on time as we perceive it. I mean, don't forget, time is a notion that we have developed.
Yeah.
So I mean, if like the traveling is a good point because like is faster than light travel possible? First of all, because there is a big problem with this in terms of like there is nothing, no matter how fast anything travels, there's nothing that we found that travels faster than the speed of light, right?
No.
Yeah.
There was a theory that like quasars could travel faster than the speed of light, but I think that's since been proved wrong.
Wait, quasars? What's that?
So
what's this
they are the
particle that can do it?
they're the particles that make up atoms. And then beneath them that make up them you have the Higgs boson, right? The Higgs boson is like the smallest particle that I mean, I don't know, what's the Higgs boson made up of then? You know, like you can keep this question going forever, really. Like
Yeah.
Right. I need to be back in a minute, so you guys carry on.
Alright, so what we're going to talk about while old man Chef isn't here.
Stay on subject.
Oh, hello.
Star Trek.
Oh,
How plausible is it?
it's very similar. They actually, going back to the alien thing, in the last season, season 4 of Discovery, they had to try and work out how to communicate with this, like, really alien species. But they had, like, you know how, like, some species have, like, weird, like, octopuses and things can change the light and colour in their skin.
Oh, yeah?
So all of their communication was done that way. So they had to try and work out what
Oh.
emotions corresponded with what, and to try and then get concepts across and how it made them feel and stuff.
Oh, what? Green is either going to be sick or he's envy.
Yeah, basically just trying to communicate, hey, you kind of killed a lot of people and we're really sad.
What? Oh, he's got red in him. He's blushing.
No, it was that kind of thing. It was cool.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Like, we communicate verbally. But that doesn't mean...
Communicate, yes.
Yeah. If we communicate verbally and... Like,
Still communicate. Why are you saying communicate?
Kate.
Thank you.
Kate.
Fucking moron.
You are the moron. You can't fucking say the word.
Communicate.
Good boy.
You fucking dare. Only that again.
Wait, who said cake?
Kate.
I'm making a cake tomorrow.
I mean, those are things like Star Trek, though, do, like, raise the question. Because if faster than light travel isn't possible, then do wormholes exist?
Must be.
Only in my stomach.
Could we use them to traverse time and space?
Well, what's up saying black hole's not a wormhole and a white hole?
They did say, like, a black hole needs to have an exit. I like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, a black hole
There must be something on the other side of the black hole, or in it.
No, because
because
a black
it's
hole
a gravitational pull.
A black hole is a single infinitely small particle with an infinitely large mass, basically. And therefore everything gets dragged into it and just gets dragged into this area that is so dense and so high that it just pulls everything towards it and squishes it down into this small space.
Yeah. Just to simplify it, black hole is just an insanely strong gravitational pull. Like that's...
Yeah, imagine it like a pea that is so dense that even light gets pulled into it and cannot go away from it.
Yeah.
The densest pea.
Yeah. I mean, it's infinitely small, so it's actually smaller than a pea, but, you know.
Yeah.
I wish to eat this pea.
I mean, I wouldn't.
It might be quite heavy on the stomach.
I mean, it's sit heavy in you, that's for sure.
just a little bit.
Just a bit. At least you know you wouldn't be hungry.
Ever again.
I'm hungry now.
Cure world hunger. Just feed everyone black holes. I mean,
black hole, please.
It would cure world hunger, I suppose. Nobody would ever be hungry again.
Hmm.
Now about the communication stuff, that's also a thing. Like, we communicate verbally,
Yeah.
and through the senses we have. That doesn't mean other races have that. Like hearing. Not every animal here has ears,
Or
so
teeth.
why should? Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that goes to that point of, like you said, music. Now, music's an interesting idea, but how do we know that they can even sense music? How can they sense sound?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of films have used different ways. Like Independence Day, if you remember, they tried using lights, didn't they, to communicate?
Yeah, like Monsters vs. Aliens, they did Crazy Frog.
Oh gosh, like that. Playing
Like,
the crazy.
What's the song you would play if an alien comes here and you have to communicate it through music?
You have this alien force which has probably got the technology to wipe us all out within seconds, and the first thing people think of to play it is the fucking most annoying thing in the world.
Literally call the annoying frog.
That sounds like great logic.
Like, what would be music you'd play? Like, would you go classic, like Mozart or
I know something.
Bach or
Get
whatever?
on your nerves. Get on your nerves.
Something modern with a bit of a beat.
just go Monty Python. Just always look on the bright side.
Always look on.
Like, why are they so happy? I don't know.
Whilst we drop a nuclear bomb on him, right?
We were gonna kill him, but then they play this song.
Yeah, just send a message up to them. Just look on the bright side of life, and just a nuke appears. Like, what does it say? Look on the bright side. Just a nuke explodes.
Oh, that's the bright.
Oh, I see.
I'm glad we're living up to the name of Thickets Thoughts.
Oh yeah.
So the other theory that people talk about in the fact that aliens are actually time travelers, then, right? How do people sort of place the weight of that theory?
Nope.
But they're time travelers.
Yeah. So
Like,
the theory is obviously in the future they have better technology, therefore that's why we don't recognise the ships that they come back with, and yeah, they're time travelers, and they're coming back to study the history.
Yeah.
Oh,
then why-
I said when I play the Doctor Who opening tune here.
That seems less likely than them just being aliens.
I mean,
Also, why would they come to this
it's
time?
impossible. Well,
Like, why not go back to the Napoleon era or like with the pyramids or whatever? Like, just why now?
I mean,
Why not now?
who's to say they don't? I think there's plenty of people who believe that, like, Egyptian, you know, the Egyptians did a lot of writing on the walls, didn't they? They did everything in tapestries and stuff. There's a lot of people who suggest that some tapestries have depictions of aliens and UFOs on the tapestries.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, the Egyptians also worshipped cats, so
Hell yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Good people.
yeah, they worship the most devil-like creature on the planet. Yeah.
Yeah, we love them. Cats are great.
They
Yeah,
are.
those-
Constantine had it best when they said cats are the perfect creatures for passing across to the other side because they've they're half in the dead world, half in the living world anyway.
Yeah, there you go. He knew what he was talking about.
They are basically demons.
Sure,
That
if you wanna
being
look
that
at
being
the-
said, though, big cats. I love big cats. Anyway, sorry, go on, Calanchus.
Oh, but not small cats, even though they're basically just big cats, but small.
Oh, fuck, Mementos. Ah,
No, and the problem, like,
Mementos decided to go the wrong way.
I've had cats, and the problem is, cats know when you're not a cat person, and all they do is like do everything to win you over, and it works. They're evil
Good.
little. They're more manipulative than most women.
Lol.
Wow.
What are you trying to say with that, Chattis?
I'm just trying to say that most women are manipulative.
Wow.
Are you
I
speaking
didn't-
from experience?
I didn't think I tried to say it. I thought I said it quite clearly.
Man, you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to. Do you want to talk this out, buddy? We're here for you.
Yep. We're very much here for you. Like, you need help.
Anyway.
I mean, to a point, you know. If you get too whiny about it, I am gone.
He's just
Too
like,
whiny and we
"Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
off."
I'll be here for a shoulder to lean on and cry on for like 5 minutes, and then any longer than that, you're on your own. Fuck it, I can't be
Pretty
asked.
much.
Well, I
Oh,
tried.
that's a big old fucking thing. Let's fuck off this way.
Okay. Everyone, let's fuck off this way. I don't know why, but...
Generation 0, you know, big fucking things, and I'm on a bike. I was like, I don't want to get off the bike, so we're going this way.
What game you playing there?
Generation 0.
Jeez.
What's that about?
Shooting
Aliens.
robots in Sweden. Apparently Russia sent them. Which is,
Not
quite
just
the
Russia.
top moment.
Not just Russia,
what
but then we're not talking about Russia. That's next week.
Wait, what are you playing,
Yep.
Chaz?
I am playing V Rising.
Yeah.
It's
Why are we
a
talking about Britain first?
it's a survival game, but you're vampire.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
A vampire.
It's it's been out for a while, like
Yeah.
Is the podcast still going?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Just-
Yes.
Talking games.
it's been out for a while, but it was released, version 1.0 was released the other day.
Yeah.
On those game.
So I think the biggest consensus from a lot of you is that yes, we should communicate with aliens then, right?
yes.
Yeah, it's more the question how and will they?
I mean, we might get enslaved or turned into mulch, but what are you meant to do, you know?
But that's the
We
That's
said
like life goes
we
that
said
way.
hello first, so
Hi, Valley. Welcome in.
Hello, guys. What exactly would I like to know about Russia,
Valley,
by the way?
Valley,
Oh,
Valley,
sorry.
Valley, Valley,
Yeah, I forgot.
Valley, blame Calantris because of thinking that you're like not knowing what was going to happen with when you could get in and stuff. We did delay that talk till next week. Calantris should have told you like ages.
Yeah,
ago.
I forgot.
last
Sorry,
week.
Valley. But-
How was the Victory Day parade? See many tanks?
Actually, I didn't see tanks
Huh?
this year.
Yeah, there was only
Okay.
one.
But anyway, that's next week's discussion.
From 1945.
Nice.
You should know it better than me, Thunder. You're Thunder, not me.
Ooh. Oof.
How have you been anyway?
Okay. I just came back from a sauna.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, it's typical. It's typical Friday day for me when I'm going to sauna for 5 or 6 hours with friends. That's probably I lost my voice a little bit.
That's
I
kind
had
I,
cold
I
as
can't
well.
imagine like saying to somebody in England, "Oh yeah, me and my friends we went to the sauna the other day." Everyone would be like, "Are you gay?" Like,
I can see my friends
Nah.
doing that. I just don't really want to. I do not care
Dating
for the
with
sauna.
friends.
Okay, Chad,
Uh-huh.
just try to imagine how we go into sauna. So it's very small room, and usually we get there something about 25 people. One of them, it's usually me, working with fan, like hands fan, to rise up the temperature, and we adding some water and flavors. Today was garlic and how to say in English, probably
A garlic
ho-
sauna.
Was that?
yeah,
was that,
garlic
was that,
sauna
was,
and
was that to ward away the
horseradish, if I'm right.
vampires?
Horseradish. Okay, interesting.
Okay, I don't really like saunas in the first place because I don't like being that hot and steamy, but then coming out
Oh,
of it
they're nice.
smelling of
Oh,
garlic
Jamie.
and horseradish
amazing.
sounds...
Last-
Huh?
Smelling of the
Sounds like
sulfur
Russian,
is
right?
horrible though.
Last time I did,
What's
I
the
got
smell of
migraine.
garlic?
It's amazing. It's amazing. You're crying. You're enjoying.
Well,
Fair.
seeing as though you're here for this week, Vanny, let's have your opinion on... So, aliens, are they real?
Aliens.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
I don't know.
Let's clarify, like we clarified earlier. When we say aliens, what we mean is intelligent life form from somewhere other than Earth. So, is there intelligent life form out there that either has the capability at the moment or could possibly have the capability in the future of traversing the galaxy to find us?
Well,
we can also see or feel some representation of something we cannot understand or explain. Is it counted?
Well, and because we're just talking, like, very fundamentally, like, are they real? Do they exist? First of all. Or could they, not necessarily like they definitely do, but could they exist? Could there be living forms out there somewhere that we could communicate with?
The chance they actually exist is very high. You can understand it because the universe is very big.
Yeah.
that's why they call space.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. I've heard so many people say that, and most of the time people say that exact thing because it's like, yeah, look, that's why they call it space. That makes me sound intelligent, and it's like does the exact opposite, right? It's
I don't think we alone.
okay. So
Yeah,
you believe that there are other forms of intelligent life out there somewhere in the universe.
Yes.
Okay.
It would be selfish if you think there wasn't.
I mean, quite narcissistic, right? That's what I think. To fully believe that we are that unique is very narcissistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like personality is unique, but the life form is not unique.
So the next question that we were kind of talking about was, so I specified that there's this company that you can make a recording or a video or whatever and give it to this company, and this company send it out to space for as radio signals so that it will just continue forever and aliens could pick it up. Now, like, anybody can do this. You can go to this company and you can submit something to them to send up. I'm assuming you have to pay for it and all of that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now, the question is, should we? Should we actively try to communicate with aliens?
I'm not sure. This is first, and second, I'm not sure we actually can reach the distance to find aliens.
Well, I mean, when you think, if you send out, basically, if you send out a radio wave, then the radio, once it's in space, then that's it. It will just go and go and go forever. It will never stop. So, theoretically, if you send out these signals and you blast them in any old direction, eventually some aliens will come across them. In theory.
Yeah, in theory.
So, assuming that it's going to work, big assumption, but assuming that it's going to work, Is it right to be doing so? And if it is right, how should we be doing? Like, what should we be sending?
I suggested a fart.
I suggested the Humans of Tumblr Twitter feed, where it's just dumb people doing dumb stuff.
Yep.
Send them some videos from iDubbbz TV.
Yes.
Oh my god, they're stupid. Leave them alone.
Sure, yeah, we've determined there's no intelligent life here.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
What you mean on what on Earth or in this
yeah, we
room
did
at the
we
moment?
did specify outside of out there though. That's when I said about intelligent like life, I wasn't on about here, and definitely not on about in this Discord.
That would be quite the thing. Just this Discord gets sent to space.
We need to send 2 phrases. The first phrase has been recorded by Stinger, saying, I'm banana, and second Thunder is saying, what?
Yes. That's great.
And then Fruitbed saying something being drunk.
Oh, I don't even get drunk anymore.
Why?
Stays behind me. I don't know. I just don't like it anymore. I got too drunk once, and I thought,
Oh,
oh,
There's no wait. I call cap on that because there's no such thing as too drunk.
But it's like, literally, like, I just thought, I'll have a few weeks of not drinking. When I decided to have a drink again, my brain and body just got together and were like, listen, we've been having a chat, and we think you probably shouldn't drink that much anymore. You can have a little drink, and that's all you want now.
Do you know, I occasionally think I should go a little while without drinking, and then I go, 3 hours? Yep, that's enough.
Nope.
That doesn't surprise me.
Straight up happened.
Actually, right now I'm thinking about to get some cider. Why not?
You can join me. I have by the side of me, not only do I have my traditional red wine, but I also have a glass of gin and tonic as well at the moment, so.
Wine. Sounds
Gin and
great.
tonic, gin and tonic and wine. That's it. That's how we should communicate with alien. Like, if they ever come down, the first thing we should do is we should just give them alcohol.
Yes, see what they're like when they're drunk.
Yeah.
This is actually true,
Get
Chad.
them pissed, because then they're gonna have a great time. And if they do want to annihilate us, they're not gonna be able to find the fucking button after they're pissed. So.
Sorry, the police are at the door.
What?
What did you do this time?
Yeah.
Why is
They're at the door and they didn't arrest you? What's wrong?
Why is the police at your door? Have you been shouting Nazi stuff while playing War Thunder?
This will not
They heard his racist comments earlier.
No, they knocked him. Hey, is it you guy who's talking with Russian right now? Oh, no.
Oh yeah, don't
I was
speak to
gonna
the
actually
Russians.
say that, but
Don't speak to the Russians. They're bad.
You should have done that. That'd be funny. That'd be
Yeah, that'd
funny.
be
The
funny.
police turn up and he just goes, "Yeah, no, don't worry.
Right.
I'm,
what? They're arrested for spying or
I've-
collaborating?
I've got to go. I'm on a call with a Russian right now." Be like,
Wait,
Wanna
what?
go with
Collaborating
Russia?
with them.
Wait, what?
I'm on the landline with to Moscow.
Come. Hey, I will show you the city.
If we could get in, that's the main problem right now.
I kind of don't know if I want to go now.
Getting in is the easy part.
Yeah,
Getting
you
out
get
is the
in.
difficult part.
Well, yeah, technically, for me, I just need to go all the way to the north and jump the border and hope to not get caught by the border patrol.
You
But
can
it'll
always
most
go on a
likely kill-
bicycle and they might think you're a migrant trying to snuggle yourself in.
I mean, at the end of the day, the war is not with other nations, so there's no like most places don't have an issue with you getting into Russia at the very least. You might have
well,
difficulty.
yeah.
You might have difficulty with border control coming back the other way, but
Yeah, we did have
That's a problem for another
rush.
day.
Wait, Chad, is
have-
that?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a stupid question, but imagine for a second if you try to communicate with aliens and you need to represent the Earth itself.
I mean, keeping us on topic. That's good. Yeah, go on.
I mean,
Yeah,
which
no,
city and what country gonna be the main representing gate for aliens?
This is a good one. This is a good one. All right.
I don't think it should be America.
It's Uganda.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say America either.
No, they're too far up their ass.
I also definitely don't think Russia should.
Oh, how about
No.
Stonehenge?
I know. North Korea.
A country of
right,
Stonehenge.
hold on. So aliens are going to come down to Earth. We want to show them our best side. Show them something really important, something really good. And you
Here's our rock
want
collection.
you want to show them the
LGBTQ+.
bunch of rocks,
Stonehenge, yes, we
the
built
bunch of
this.
rocks that we
built
don't
this for
fucking
you.
understand. You want to show them something. They're going to be like, so why was this created then?
Maybe they could answer that. For us.
How did they make it? I don't know that either.
What do I look like?
Hey, found the maybe Egypt pyramid.
Yeah, exactly that same type of thing, right? How did they make? How did they look at these? The Egyptian pyramids. Oh wow, that's amazing. How did you guys create that? Well, what they did is they got a bunch of slaves.
No slaves.
Or maybe Burj Khalifa.
Like, your aliens are gonna come to Earth, and you're gonna show them a fancy rock collection.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't know.
nothing
No,
wrong
but,
with rocks.
no, but for me, it's more about the fact that we have no fucking idea about the
Almost destroyed rock collection.
how it was built, why it's there. You know, we really don't. We
Yeah, back in
have
a
some
sec.
good guesses, but we don't know.
Yeah.
And for me, like, oh, that's like, we'll show them this. What do you know about it? Actually, we know very little about it. It's like saying, let's take them down to the bottom of the ocean that we've never been to before.
Oh,
Yeah.
that place is scary. We don't belong down there.
But, like, I suppose you'd want to take them somewhere that, like, encapsulates the best of humanity, right?
Particle accelerator.
to CERN. Hold on,
Yeah.
but then what if they think it's a, like, tractor beam that's aiming straight at them? Maybe the coordinates are just perfect to be aimed at their home planet. Like,
I think they're pretty dumb in that case, and we're probably better off without them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take him to Paris. Bring him to the Eiffel Tower, go to the top, and they're like, guess what do we do now? Now we
See-
kiss.
see, Paris would be quite a cool place, but I think I think Paris is too, like, ugly and dirty.
Yeah.
And stinks
Well,
of piss.
this is the usual like Brit or French thing. All Brits hate French.
On
True.
one,
Meanwhile, you eat the baguettes
Right.
and call it, "Yep, this is good."
Calantris,
on one hand, I'd think.
half of that I would agree to you because Thunder's right here. The other half to that
Oh,
I would
no, it's
completely disagree with because I
Yeah, the other half. Nixie
I-
was French and he hated Brit.
I have no problem
Leave Nixie
with
alone.
with French or France.
Or a
have no problem.
croissant that you can find at Greg's.
No, I have no problem with croissants, especially choco panniers. I love choco panniers.
I don't know what the
Oh,
fuck that is, but oh yeah, never mind. That's like the
Croissants with
chocolate
chocolate.
croissant.
in.
Yep, thank you. Sorry, don't go French, because it sounds like you're a traitorous to a
No,
British.
they are literally called choco panniers. Even we call
Yeah.
them choco panniers.
You are traitor to the
I just call them a chocolate croissant.
But don't you be
Even in the
racist?
store they
Don't you
would.
be racist and tarnish everyone with the same brush.
Calantris,
See?
you're such a racist.
Speak higher to the president, the Gassabad.
Right.
Nope, never mind. Actually, that's just a green.
Actually, you are. Yeah, I know.
Yep, that's all right.
But that is actually a good question of like, what do you bring? Where do you bring?
Where do we take them? Where
Yeah.
do we take them?
Or are we
Just
taking them
like-
for a good time?
Underground bunker to.
Oh
McDonald's.
no, but you see,
McDonald's. Give him a Happy Meal.
it's got to be so like because my initial thought was something like Bahamas or Hawaii, somewhere that's like naturally beautiful. But then that doesn't really encompass us as humans, right?
It's not
No.
safety.
Oh, I know where.
I think
Tibet.
it should be. I think that it should be one of the places. Like, okay, this is like what a beautiful place on Earth looks like, and then
I know that place. I know that place. It's Netherlands, and wonderful weed can make every place much better.
I mean, I
How about
disagree
Tibet?
on that. How about what?
Highest reaches of Tibet. got some of the highest reaches in the world, apparently.
But again, like, does that encapsulate humanity?
No. Maybe? I don't know.
I
mean, like-
wondered. I think the Netherlands wouldn't be a bad place actually to show. Like, oh, it's basically.
It's quite flat, there's a lot of water,
Yeah,
but
but,
also
like,
get out of it.
My biggest
But that's also the thing, like,
my biggest
the-
concern with Netherlands is if you take them to Amsterdam, there are a couple of big issues in Amsterdam that I don't think we'd really want to introduce the aliens to.
Yeah,
And-
Tourist attraction, Anne Frank Museum.
But
yeah, we're gonna show them
no.
Anne Frank Museum.
oh
Yeah.
oh yeah, the Anne Frank Museum was totally on my mind, not the drugs or the fucking prostitutes. No.
Oh yeah, Red District.
Those are
Hello. Temperature, have you been to the Red District to find a girlfriend?
No.
No.
But like,
Australia! None of
think-
them will want to go there. Criminals, spiders, and all nasty objects.
Criminal
Everything was
spiders. Oh my
good.
god.
I think the biggest
Why does it
problem
criminal?
the biggest problem with Amsterdam, taking them to Amsterdam, would be the fact that within about 30 seconds they'd be run over by a tram.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they
Oh,
don't go very
hey,
fast.
can you imagine, chatters? Can you imagine if we took them to Cambridge, they'd be run over by a bicycle?
You could say exactly the same about, like, I mean, I think my choice would be Stockholm in Sweden, but
Yeah.
Good place.
like
But it's
Still
cold.
issues.
Uppsala by Sweden, like they'd have the same issue there, being run over by a bicycle. But yeah, no, Stockholm I think would be my choice because I think there's a lot of culture there. There's lots of castles and things that you could show them around about those sorts of stuff.
Mhm.
You've got the old town as well as the new town, so it's literally like you've got an
Hold on,
area
Valley.
which
Yeah.
Are you hitting a bong?
That's how you call it?
Yeah, the thing that makes the bubbly noise.
Yeah, it's maybe someone calling it shisha. We call it. hookah.
sheesh,
Oh,
yeah,
shisha,
it's not
that's
a bong,
all,
it's a sheesh.
Ah,
So it's
right.
tobacco.
Yeah.
It's without.
Sounds
tobacco.
similar.
Yeah.
I remember the time I was in the room with you doing the hookah. That was an interesting smell. I was like not prepared for at all.
Calantris,
Port-
you've been lost that day.
Yeah, I also went into David's room and played Destiny on his computer, so there's that.
We were smoking, you were sleeping.
Oh,
Or dying.
yeah,
I don't
that too.
know.
So what would be other people?
Well,
Like, I think that
I-
would be my choice. I think.
I think
Sweden,
you-
good. Bring him to
I-
Norway. At least I know the place.
Well, that's the only reason.
Yeah, but you've got to like articulate why though. Why? What makes where you would take them better than like I've already stated the fact that Stockholm because I think there's plenty of things that are applicable to a lot of the human race. You've got the old
Yeah.
town as well as the new town, so you've got different styles of architecture all in one spot.
Yeah. Well, I think I would take him to like impressive feats of engineering, like the biggest dam, like the Burj Khalifa, stuff like that. Like,
Well,
Stuff
Burj
that-
Khalifa is like far away, so you have to take the plane over to Dubai, and unless
Yeah, I
you
know,
just
but-
Why?
take
They've
their
got a
ship
fucking
over.
spaceship. You
I
twat.
know. They got a spaceship. They can take us places. No, but like show them impressive feats of engineering, like
Yes, we can go to a bar on Mars.
to
There's-
bring him to a pub. Just a local pub.
He's like fucking Funder's in Fifth Element right now. He's like he wants to go see
Meanwhile,
the free,
what we
the
can
free
do
titted
is that we
Easy,
can-
why
Martian,
get
right?
that? A bar on Mars.
Yeah,
Mars
you
bar.
you just want to see the free titted Martian.
Yeah.
Where do you get that from?
Fifth Element.
No,
Yeah, nice movie.
Oh wait, was it Total Recall?
Oh no, yes, sorry, you're right. Total Recall. Wrong Bruce
Oh,
Willis
Fifth
movie. Yes,
Element was the
Total
one
Recall.
with the ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with that
was that
extremely
movie?
sexy tape.
Yeah.
Well, that's all she
Convenient
wore.
tape.
All she had was tape around. Like they just got
Hang
duct
on.
tape and made her outfit.
Basically.
Oh, but that
Choice.
when that came off.
Well, it wasn't actually. It's kind of a
Nah.
joke.
We actually can make some travel tour for aliens, and as a choice we can pick how it calls world treasures, like from the oldest one to the newest one.
Wait. I've just now got images based upon what you said and what the image going on in my mind is these aliens come down. Jebster gets on the ship and he's like, right, we're gonna take you to some like really cultural significant places. So off we go. Auschwitz.
Yes.
Oh, like
The smell is terrible there.
Not that. Oh well, it's been like 10 years since I last was in Auschwitz, so
Why? What did you do?
school trip to see the camp and such.
I could just imagine
Campus?
How boring.
Jebster. Oh,
Yes, no, like-
dude, you can't like. There are plenty of places that I think. Do you know what? It's up to whether people can find it interesting or not. But I don't know how you could ever turn around and say that a visit to Auschwitz would ever be boring.
No, to be fair.
Like, I mean, you do realize they still have walls there that have the hair. They have like these rooms that have the hair that was cut off of the women that were led into the gas chambers, and they've got rooms full of glasses, like thousands, tens of hundreds of thousands of glasses that they took off of prisoners before they put them in the gas chambers. Like, how can you say that's boring?
It's not boring, it's shocking.
Yeah.
Imagine aliens' reaction. Like, what the hell were you doing here?
Why
Bye.
we're looking at some hair and glasses.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd just be
Oh
like,
no, apparently
well,
someone wanted to.
if you come this way.
If you
Have
come
I
this
got a
way,
story
you'll
for
find
you?
out that
Chatters is
decided-
wearing glasses. What are you talking about?
You go in this room, and the door gets shut like this, and the funny thing is, then you find out that actually the gas doesn't affect them. They're completely fine, and
what's this nice smell?
yeah, they just come out of it like, okay, all right, so what?
Oh, so I had a shower. Okay.
Yeah, maybe they think that that's a sauna or something.
Oh God.
With horseradish?
yes.
I mean,
Oh, it smells delicious.
Oh, that would be an interesting scenario. Okay, so
Welcome to
aliens-
Auschwitz. Taste
aliens-
the shower smoke.
so aliens come to Earth. Every country gets a representative, and you are chosen
So
as
basically the
representative.
UN.
Shut up. You are chosen as the representative for your country.
I mean,
What do
yeah.
you show them?
Kalantra's shooting his mouth off. I don't think he'd ever be picked as a representative for his country. But, you know.
Yeah, but like, what would you?
Depends if you're the one first meeting him, so like the aliens will have a familiar face to look at.
Okay, so what would you show them? What about your country then?
Yeah,
If
like,
they
if-
came to,
Like
you know,
imagine
fuck
their,
it,
imagine
we're
their,
gonna go.
their visitors and you're a tour guide. Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
straight up just take the so we're getting in my car. We're going to this place called Gelengerfjord, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a beautiful fjord. It's absolutely wonderful.
He's taken them in a car.
I know.
Yeah.
like-
And then driving 3 hours
Oh.
or 6 hours or something.
What the fuck is wrong with you? They have a
I like
fucking
driving,
spaceship.
shut
They
up.
have a fucking spaceship.
I like driving. Fuck
I
that.
just imagine Glenn driving a Yaris or whatever.
Yeah.
You're
the Yaris,
he's driving a
straight
Toyota.
to Gelengerfjord.
He's driving these great big
2015 model.
these great big
1.5
alien-like
engine.
creatures around. Basically, Calantras is the real life Paul, right?
Real life what? Can you clarify because you cut?
Paul.
Paul the alien.
Oh yeah.
You
Ah,
got
yeah.
your alien in the side of the shit on the side. and,
Imagine that they're arriving and saying we have different time measure on our planet. If it's for you 1 hour, it's 3 years for us. It's fine. We'll take car and drive for 3 hours.
Yes.
I just imagine just Calandra sitting there in the Yaris, taking them, and they're just in the back there, just, are we there yet?
Listening to to the music I have on my playlist. It's like, is this calming music to listen to? Yes. Blasting fucking electric
Just,
cowboy with a techno
This
train.
is torture!
Wait,
Oh,
are you
by-
really listening to that music when
The
you're
first piece
driving?
of music we should let them listen to is the Pirates of the Caribbean theme tune.
By the way, I feel that this deserves another play, right? So guys, this is 2 songs that I made up for Stig.
Oh
Alright?
god, that was, yeah.
Oh no,
Of
no,
course,
no,
because
those
you are
fucking songs.
DJ.
Oh no, listen, this is 2 songs I made up for Stig, right? Here we go. Listen up, listen to the lyrics.
You're not dreaming it.
Alright, you're not going to sing, are you? Dude, we told you that.
No, I'm not.
Flash me in?
No, yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch.
Grass for
Yeah.
time.
I can't play it in Discord at the same time. Like, it fucked up last time and caused my stream
Okay,
to stop.
fine. Let me pull the fucking.
But you need to listen to the
I gotta pull the stream.
yeah, you need to listen to the lyrics. The
But
lyrics are
first
important.
but first we've got to wait, you know, because of an ad we'll be playing.
Well, pre-rolled ads are off, and if you were subscribed, then you wouldn't get
Oh,
ads.
will
I
you
have told
shut
you
up?
this
I'm not
several
doing
times before.
Hey, I'm watching right now.
Sticks the king's feet, but he's missing the mark on the raceway. He always ends
Hell
up
yeah,
on
brother.
his roof. It's dark, he revs
Okay,
his engine
also I've got
out
another
with a
question.
glint in his eye. But when it
What
comes
language we need to know to
racing,
communicate
he
with
just
them?
can't catch the sky.
We'll go back to that because we were talking about
Spins
this
out
earlier.
of control, tires screeching in the bed, leaving black marks on the asphalt. It's a dangerous trail.
Probably not French.
No matter how hard he tries, he just can't keep his
Yeah, I would
grip.
let go
His car
French.
flips over and he's left with a sinking ship. Sticks a wild one,
No,
living life
it's more
on
like I don't want
the
to talk
edge.
to
When it
aliens
comes
like
to
a baby.
racing,
Wait, interesting. Which language and tongue takes first place? I think it's Arabic.
He's got a love for speed, but his love at first sight with the track's barrier. He always ends up in a fight.
That I'll cut that there because that just repeats, right? But the second song was this one.
I think this one's the best.
He talks to them sweetly every single day. Waits by the pasture, watches them graze. His love for sheep is a little bit bizarre, but still, he's a sheep lover superstar. Sheep.
I still can't believe I came up with that line. Sheep lover superstar.
Sheep, sheep, sheep.
I think that's basically it because it goes back to the chorus, right?
Oh, I like that.
But Stig has sent me. He sent me an edit of the Stig's bad at racing one. That he has put together. He's put together some clips. let me just try and get this onto the main screen. So Stig has now made this a video of the Stig's Bad at Racing one. I might have to download it actually.
I've got a song we can play next week.
What, when we did a Russian discussion?
Yes, I know.
I'm not sure I
but you like
trust.
this one.
I'm really not sure I trust you.
What?
Oh God, why?
Did you hear
Right,
Yeah, why?
it?
right.
Daddy will like that one.
So here, this is Stig. So Stig has edited this video to go along with the song. Okay.
Alright.
Like Stig edited this. This is. I don't change his sheet.
Sticks the king's feet.
It's actually is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why not so real?
Oh my god.
He always
Wait,
ends up on his
there's no sheet.
start. He revs his engine loud with a glint in his eye.
Well, he might be seeing sheet now. He might be seeing
Just watch it. Just watch it.
He spins out of control. Tires screeching in the bed. Leaving black marks on the asphalt. It's a dangerous.
It's NGG race in real life.
How hard he tries.
Yep.
Just can't keep
Have you got a bag on the steering wheel covering it up?
Stick to wild one, living life on the edge. When it comes to racing,
Why is something up?
just can't find the ledge. He's got a love for speed, but it's love at first sight with the track's barrier. He always ends up in a fight.
Oh!
I don't understand why he is covering his steering wheel by some plastic or I don't know what it is.
It's safety and such.
Ow!
How can be
I don't know.
safety? Look at the car, there's fucking trash inside.
But yeah,
Don't
What?
break
I
Yeah,
mean,
this-
if I cover the steering wheel up, it's going to be safe.
that's Stig's
Very
edit. What-
safety.
I'd actually I want Stig just to send me clips like more than what he used in that, just to send me a bunch of clips. I want to edit them together to that song because I think like I can make it
Yeah.
like fit better and a bit funnier.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that he just took it and he did it himself.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
that's
go back
funny
to
as
the
fuck.
topic. How does covering the steering wheel like that make it safer?
So you don't break
Ah.
your thumbs.
You can't wrap your thumbs around the steering
Yeah.
wheel.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, I see.
And I guess I suppose also it makes it easier for one-handed steering because you've got somewhere to place the rest of your hand, right? Because like a lot of the time, you would, because you're not looking at proper racing where you've got a reduction in the ratio between, because a lot of proper racing cars, you have you only move about a quarter turn on the steering wheel, and then you get full motion in the wheels, right? As opposed to the 3.5 turns in a normal car.
Yeah.
But I think with drag racers, because they're normal cars that are taken, stripped out and just done up, they still have that same, or not, maybe less of a steering motion, but you still steer quite light. From what I've seen of clips and stuff, they still shuffle the steering wheel around and that. So
Yeah.
if you were doing that and you were changing gears at the same time, you'd want to be able to use one hand, and therefore placing your hand flat on tape is going to be easier to turn than it is just the steering wheel. I mean, it'd be easier just if it was just that. It'd be easier just to apply one of those rotating handles that you get on forklift trucks, because you can buy those for cars, can't you? So you just like clamp them on. They have like a D clamp on them that you can just stick on the edge of the steering wheel, and you just hold them like this and do that. I think all cars should come fitted with that anyway.
I believe Kilantris has that, how it calls? Like hand keeper on the steering wheel.
The steering wheel handle thing, yeah. Do you?
Huh?
No, like a handle on the steering wheel, so that you can just you
new.
can just grab it with your fist and just turn this whole steering wheel.
No. Was on one of the trucks we were driving, but I haven't driven that car or it's been taken off. Yeah. Overall,
So, Galantis, you
yeah.
became full-time driver?
Yeah, I'm a truck driver.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Netherlands, then make sure you know where he is before you venture onto the roads, yeah?
You cut out.
No, I only drive in Norway. The only like long distance driving most people would do in a company is that we would go all the way north. But to do so, we would need to drive through Sweden because most of the roads up north are impossible or just not feasible, or there's like
So
no
basically,
roads
don't drive in Norway unless you know where he is.
something like that.
I love the fact that he's agreeing.
He's not sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But the fastest route, at least from Oslo and to like the northern point in Norway, is to drive through Sweden and just follow the entire highway. It's taking you 21 hours to drive all the way.
I mean that was it the E4 that runs like virtually right the way down through Sweden, and then it continues. You can stick on that single road and hit, I think, at least France, if not Portugal, right?
No, there
Oh,
are.
I've got something stuck in my head
It's
now.
cool. I'm sure it's the E4 in Sweden, but it's one. I know it's one road that you can basically go all the way down to France just on that one highway because it goes
What,
all
one
the way down
road?
through Europe. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a fissure cutting right through the planet.
I'm sure it's the. I'm sure in Sweden it's called the E4.
So at least if I just do like it routes, say from where I live right now to Tolivescia, which is one of the trips that I've actually done, but my dad drove the entire way there. We're first taking the E6 and then the E18 / RV 400. And then RV 400. Apparently we're taking the boat over from Larvik to Hitchhals, and then
I didn't
follow
say.
the
I didn't say from
E39.
where you are, did I?
Okay, fine. Shall we take from where my...
Oh, it's the E45. It's the E45. So the E45 you can take all the way. It goes from the top of Sweden, goes all the way down, right the way down the center of Sweden. And I believe.
So it doesn't quite go through Finland
check.
then.
You
No,
don't
no.
ever go through Finland. That's basically going like, let's go to Scotland to
Right.
get to London.
It switches to the E16, but no, it goes down. Then it's back to the E45, goes all the way down, and then it becomes the E47 through Denmark. It's around Copenhagen. It changes names a few times, but basically you can follow that road. Oh, okay. So you can cut off, and then you can go across. Where is that? Oh, there's still Denmark. So you can either cut across, or there's a boat. But you can continue on the road, and you can do the road all the way down here. Down here it becomes the 7. Runs right through the middle of Hamburg.
We're to Germany.
Yeah, it goes all the way down.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's about to orgasm.
I'm done.
No, he didn't have enough.
I guess yes. You can
oh,
walk
okay.
further.
follow the entirety of FIF. If I take it from Ian's place in Sweden, start off of like Route 56 E18 apparently.
Yeah, but that's not the one that runs all the. I've literally just
into E45.
Yes, the E40, and if you look, the E45 runs right from the north of Sweden. And by the way, for those that don't know, Lapland is actually in Sweden, not in Norway. Contrary to what people would have you believe.
20 E47.
But yeah, the E45 runs all the way down, and you can basically track that one road, at least into Germany. I'm sure you can track it down into the rest of Europe as well, basically. France, maybe Spain, maybe Portugal. But
Hey, Chad, heart
lost
means
it.
on your side.
Anyway, what?
What that heart means on your map.
That is favorited locations.
What, you mean over there?
In the UK.
Yeah, that one.
The heart one.
Where is that one?
Oh, there's several hearts.
Yeah. That one, though, that one's in Avebury. I don't know why that's in Avebury, to be honest. I mean...
Red Lion?
That...
Was that the
I
girl
mean,
you were having?
I mean, no, it's on a pub, right?
Oh, that's why.
Oh, it's next to Europe's
Look like
largest
forest.
Neolithic stone circle, apparently. Wait, is that... Oh, is that Stone... No, that can't be Stonehenge. Stonehenge is down here. Stonehenge is down here, because I've got another one here. I know what this one is. This one, near Little Somborn, is a...
Bet's house.
No, so it's an old railway station that somebody's bought as a house.
Huh.
It's like...
Cool.
It's,
Yeah, the chart?
yeah, it's really interesting. I did a delivery there when I was working for Amazon. So I was like, oh, I've got to come back here.
Looking at my
it's
favorite places,
not here.
obviously
But they've even got a train in their front garden. Like the platform's still there, and they got a train there and all sorts.
Very
Oh no, this
view
isn't.
of nothing.
No, it isn't. This one is this one's the private land that has deers in the garden. So it was somewhere that I saved to take the kids for a drive, so that we could take them and just show them the deers in the garden. Yeah, but I did lots of stuff in terms of like, you know, saving places when I was driving so that I could take the kids to later on.
Yeah, fair enough. What have I saved? Oh yeah, I saved the place where my dad lives. Why?
I like how we've veered off.
Wait,
way.
yeah. Going back.
Oh, that's where my brother
So
lives.
Valley's point earlier, like when we were doing the music stuff, right? So you were asking about the language.
Yeah.
So we did briefly touch on this earlier, because obviously, like, we said about the fact that we didn't even know whether aliens are able to communicate with us via spoken language, like teaching them our language and blah blah blah. There was a film that I watched recently that talked about teaching them, and like the Chinese started teaching them their language, but basically they taught them how to understand us by using phrases like war and famine, like negative connotation phrases. So then when the aliens tried to talk back to us, we thought they were starting war on us. Or the Chinese did.
Or, I don't know how it calls language what leaf people use.
Who?
The leaf people. You cannot hear they use hands
Right.
language.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the clicking sounds.
No. This is not sounds. This is like images you showing by hands.
Do you know what it is? I think, even though, because we were talking about the fact that aliens are likely to be way more advanced than us because they've got the technology to get to us.
They just can read our minds.
But I think we have to go as far back as we can in terms of our language to figure
Grunts
that
and
at
moans.
least that'll give the best chance of them being able to understand if they go as far back as they can to the development of their language, right? So we have to
Go
make
back
sure.
to grunts and moans.
So it's quite simple. We've all just got to learn the language of the birds.
I don't know that reference at all, but okay.
It's meant to be like the oldest spoken language in all of humankind. The language of the birds is like the oldest language possible, and nobody.
What is that sound?
Nobody
Sorry.
knows. Nobody knows it. Nobody understands. Nobody knows how to read it. No, like we have documents written in it and things like that, but nobody can read it. Nobody can interpret it. I think it was they spoke about the language of the birds in. Was it The Librarian? I think they brought it up in the librarian when Finley had to learn the language of the birds.
Maybe.
It's like this dead is meant to be the oldest forgotten language, basically.
Yeah, but that's the problem. We can't really go back to that since it's a forgotten language.
No, so then we've got to learn it. We've got to learn that in order to speak to the aliens, right?
I say we go back to grunts and moans.
We didn't go. We didn't even get to the other bit though. Your other question, which was if you were chosen.
Oh yeah.
Jeb's question: if you were chosen as a representative from your country to take aliens on a sightseeing tour of your country, where would you take them? We got off subject as soon as Calantris started taking 20 million years just to take him in a shitty Skoda around Norway.
Yaris. To be fair though, I do want a Suzuki Swift though.
Oh god.
It's not the point,
Very-
but okay.
What? Just,
So-
just to chauffeur aliens around Norway.
So Valley, and we did highlight to Calantris time wasn't a fucking issue because they have a spaceship they can take you anywhere like that quick. So, where would you take them in your country? Where would you take aliens in your country to show them?
Do we have to ask that?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a very easy question.
It showed them to the Ukraine and say, this is going to be
No,
ours soon.
No. It's a very easy question for me because we have the place called the National Exhibition Center, which is representing all we have right now in electronics, in Cosmo improvement, in some manufacturing, in everything. So it's one place, very beautiful, all in one place.
You mean you've improved
So
the washing machines?
So that's the only place. You wouldn't take them to like the Kremlin or anything
no.
like that.
So
Okay.
basically, you would take them to a museum, what we would consider the 1960s by our standards.
It's not a museum.
Thunder, have you been there? Have you been where he's on about?
No.
Then you're not in the right place to pass judgment on it, really, are you?
I'm not judging him.
I'm not judging.
No, you're not judging.
Hey, Thunder. Hey, Thunder. Are you museum guy?
Yes.
Or you a pub guy?
Museum.
Pub.
Really?
I'd say
Museum
pub.
guy, when everything we've spoken about, when we've talked about the Auschwitz, boring. You didn't say anything about the Anne Frank Museum.
I don't want to go to that.
Why?
I don't look too Jewish.
Jesus Christ, man.
Right, Thunder is a
What thing does
wannabe
that
Nazi. That's what we're
Yeah.
getting, right?
Basically.
But in fact,
Thunder,
I believe Thunder has
I'm
Jewish
gonna,
roots.
I'm gonna send this to the
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna send this podcast to the Prime Minister and ask that Thunder be extradited to Germany.
I don't think the Germans want him either.
They've already
Where's
been
Maurice?
subjugated.
They are quite touchy about their history.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. They don't even reward their.
Where's Maurice playing GTA
Veterans
4? What a
anymore.
surprise!
What else? What else would you play? He's too wrapped up in nostalgia to even acknowledge anything else.
It doesn't
Wait,
even
where's Maurice living? On the north of Germany or south? Oh, so he's close to
South.
Bavarians.
Yes, because when I asked, like, hey, do you want to meet up in Kiel just because I'm taking the boat over? He's like, nah, too far.
I've been to Germany, but I mean, being quarter German, it's not a surprise that I've been to Germany a few times. But I've been to Germany a few times. I've been for school. I've been with family. I've been for work. And one of, I mean, with my family was one of the best times, which is like, around the Rhine region. I can't remember exactly where. But we were in Bavaria. Yeah, the Rhine covers a lot of
That's
Germany.
south.
I know. Well, the Rhine covers a lot of Germany.
Yeah, I know, because it goes through the Netherlands as well. I live
Yeah.
near it.
But one of the best times I've had, at least as an adult. I had great times as a kid when I went with my family, but as an adult, where I really understood what was going on and I got to do my own thing, was when I went for work and I went to Bavaria, and like traveling around places in Bavaria was great. Like,
Did you go to the Bavarian factory for BMW?
No.
Ah.
Why?
Boring.
I worked for British American Tobacco. Where the fuck do you think I went? I went to a cigarette factory. Like,
Fair.
I would have thought you would have gone to a wine.
He's
or
been
a
in
beer.
British and American factories.
no, I went to. We were at the manufacturing facility that BAT had. They no longer have in Germany. But I went there and I spent all the time in the town. I can't even remember what town it was. But I spent all the time in this little bar in the town. It was an Irish-themed bar. And they had, literally, the ceiling was covered in beer mats. Like, proper English beer mats that they got from an Irish pub. Or, I guess they're Irish beer mats then, but, you know. But they were filled with these beer mats. And this was, like, the only place that served anything other than lagers. So, I went there, like, every single night. And it kind of helped that the barmaid was quite cute as well, but you know.
Of course.
There is another option, the place you could visit, called Cancer Research Center.
Yep.
Well, maybe they can cure it. Maybe their technology is advanced enough. That's not a bad shout, to be fair. All right, next one then. Thunder, where would you take them?
In your country.
Where would you take aliens to show off your country?
Ooh. That's a very bloody good question.
War Thunder Imaginary World.
Yes.
Play video games with aliens.
Yeah, this is where he sticks them inside a VR chat, and it's just like, hey, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Where to take them?
Right, think about it for a minute. Fruitbat, where are you taking them?
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
know.
I don't know. Centre of Manchester's got a lot going on. We can keep them busy for a while.
That's pretty boring.
Oh no, you want to show them a good time?
I've been around Manchester, but I've never been into the centre of Manchester. So
I have.
You don't need
I
nothing
lived in the
high-flying.
fucking
Do you know-
center.
Okay, right, I'll go. Unless you've got more. Have you got more places to take them, Fruitbat?
Oh god. Nah, that'll do. That's pretty good.
Alright, so I would take them to Stonehenge. I would take them down to
And
the...
stone them. Yes.
Action, what were you thinking here?
I would take them down to the Jurassic Coast. Oh, I would take them to Stonehenge and then to Woodhenge as well. Just, like, nearby. Yeah, Woodhenge. It's basically this, but it was wood. It was a wooden structure. But so Stonehenge,
wood would a wood
Stonehenge aligns to the summer solstice, right? But Woodhenge aligns to the winter solstice. But Woodhenge is like Stonehenge. You have to pay to get into now, and it's all fenced off and stuff. Woodhenge isn't. Woodhenge is just completely open. It's just a car park that you go and park up at, and you can just walk up to it. And obviously none of the structures are there anymore because they were all wood, so they've all rotten away. But what you've got left is the holes in the ground from where they were. And there's like this altar in the middle, which has got a really interesting story about a kid in it. But I won't go into that story right now.
Was the kid killed?
I don't remember the story. That's why I won't go into it. All right. But yeah, it's like a sacrificial type story. Yeah.
Fun.
But that's really interesting. I would take them down to the Jurassic Coast, especially down to, you know, what's it called? Is it Dudley Moor, where you've got that big arch rock that's on cliff? It was used in Pirates of the Caribbean and all sorts of films and stuff. I'd show them down there. I would take them.
Picture that.
Probably it's quite there's a real Durdle Door. Sorry, it's called Durdle Door.
Oh, I know where I'd take them.
I would take them to Cornwall and over.
Cornwall.
Yeah, I would take them around
What,
Cornwall
surfing?
to Penzance and go surfing. Yes, I would definitely take them surfing.
I'll probably just introduce them to a
I would take
computer.
them.
It's the World Wide Web. Go.
Right, shut up. It's my turn. You get the.
Wait,
You had your chance, and you.
He was thinking.
I would take him to Wales to show him into the Brecon Beacons and show him up around all of that beautiful scenery around there. I would take him into London because I think there's a lot to learn from London, especially the culture of London, where you get off at Waterloo. If you're business, I've had the pleasure of going to London both ways, as business and as like pleasure as a tourist. And you get off of Waterloo and you go one way as a tourist, you go the other way as business, right? And it's crazy because you've got the business centre of London and the touristy part of London, and they're only separated by like a street, but you go two different ways. You're very segregated from the moment you walk out from the train station. Not deliberately, but it's just the way London's been developed over the years, I guess. There is the earliest operating theatre in the world is in an attic in London. I would take them there because I think that's really interesting. I'd take them to the White Cliffs of Dover. I would probably try and figure out and take them to like where Hadrian's Wall was and tell them that story.
What about that tree that got chopped down?
What? Here's where a tree was?
I mean, there's thousands, millions of trees in the UK that have been
No,
chopped
it was
down.
that really good spot, and someone with a chainsaw went and chopped it down.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the one that was like in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another spot. Probably what I think is the most beautiful spot that I have ever been to in the entire world is there's a spot in Wales which has there are 4 waterfalls in this sequence in this area, right? But the final waterfall is where, you know, the original film of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with
No.
with what's his name? What's the name of the actor in it? Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
oh, Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Yeah, where you know the scene in that where he's brought to Marilyn. Oh no, Marilyn's brought to him and he's bathing in the waterfall. You know that scene?
Yeah.
And she comes up on the side and he's in this massive lake and he's under the waterfall and he's bathing and she stood there and looking shy and blushed because he's naked and all that, right? That lake and that waterfall, that's the final one of the 4 waterfalls that's in this area of Wales. And it is, without a shadow of a doubt, it is one of the most beautiful areas I have ever been to. It is absolutely incredible. I went there when I was in school and I have wanted to go back for years and years and never quite had the opportunity for various reasons.
Okay.
So many nice places you would like to show, but you know what's the
right?
biggest shame? The Thunder is still thinking.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Right, go on in, Thunder, your turn. Where would
I
you
would take
take
them
them?
to the British Railway Museum in York, showing them the Transport Museum.
Wow, trains.
I would then take them to Belfast.
Have they at least got Thomas the Tank Engine there?
They got Stevenson. Yes, but they also talk about
No,
Stevenson.
then why wouldn't you take them to the Great Western Railway that's got Thomas the Tank
I'm
Engine?
getting there.
And you can
I'm
ride
getting
on
there.
Thomas.
I would then take them to Belfast to show them this is where we built Titanic, which sank.
Show me
But it
Titanic
was-
now.
Which they claimed it was unsinkable.
I mean, if you
until
had a
it hit the
spaceship,
iceberg.
technically, if you had a spaceship that's got all that technology, then yeah, that's something I missed out on. That taking them down to Titanic would be amazing.
Or just
That'd
show
be
him the
cool.
movie Titanic.
No,
with
no,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Get them to take you down there, because then you get to see it, right? Like,
And you also get to see the imploded submarine nowadays.
Yes. And all the ROVs that's still down there that they've lost over the years.
anyway, carry on. Where else?
Cali Flynn Railway in Wales. That's
Run away again.
Well, you just want to show them a train collection.
Funder's literally just taken them on a
Big
train
brain.
spotters tour.
Yeah, I would go to Crew as well. If you don't know
Right.
what that is, have a look.
Funder, do you know where most of the biggest train spotters always will stay? One of the biggest UK train spotters that everyone knows about is Chris from Eggheads, right?
Yeah, the guy from TikTok that going, oh, look at the train!
No. This is an older guy. You wouldn't do something like that. This is an older guy.
Not the guy with
No
the
one knows the
GoPro on
older
his
guy.
face.
Everyone knows the new guy that's on the block.
No,
Yes.
because everybody that fucking watches Eggheads wouldn't know about the fucking newer guy. They'd know about the guy from Eggheads, you fucking retard. But,
No, don't. Carry on.
so he's like one of the biggest, most prominent train spotters in the UK. And he has stated his favourite train station, and he knows a lot of other train spotters also, that it's their favourite train station to spot trains at, is one that's actually very, very near my house. It's literally within a mile and a half of my house.
You live somewhere in Southampton, not London.
No, it's outside of, but... And the thing is the train station's like, it's old and there's a lot of trains that pass through it, which is why they really like it.
Not St Pancras.
Dude, I'm streaming. I'm not gonna say the exact name of the fucking station, am I? Anyway, where else? Where else would you take them all?
Well, I definitely wouldn't go to Southern Railway area. No one remembers that. But Great Western is probably. Oh god, what's that mountain in Wales? The one that's got the
Snowdon?
railway going up the side of it. That really cool
Snowdon?
mountain.
I don't know, but if you can't remember it right now, it doesn't count.
Oh, it's the like
Snowdon?
highest point in Wales that you can go. There's a
But if you can't remember it, it doesn't
railway
count.
there.
Snowden.
Yeah, that. Thank you.
It's a quick theoretical argument. Come on.
I'd go there as well. Lovely, beautiful place.
Guys, I thought my list was long. At least I whipped through it.
Hey, shut up.
So, from what I get from
I
you
would
two,
I'd
is
show them the tower in London, London Bridge, or Tower Bridge as well.
The bridge is falling down.
Yeah, I mean, I specified the operating theatre.
Transport Museum, I'd definitely show them that. This is
God.
the different
It's Train
parts of
Spotter
the-
Tour. You are just
Yeah.
showing them trains.
so
So
Chatters.
what?
So Chatters is gonna show the aliens spots he knows from movies that are beautiful. Thunder shows him
but
trains.
no, but they're places
Oh.
that I have been as well.
This
though.
is what
They're places
changed.
that I've been to, and I know
This
what
is
are
the
beautiful because I've been
transportation
there.
that changed us. This is your transportation. UFO. This has changed you. Oh, you get the idea.
Oh my god! I think you massively over exaggerate the significance of train transportation in modern
Yeah.
day life.
You really do.
Oh, this is the beauty of. Oh,
Funder's latching onto the tract of what was it in Back to the Future 4, wasn't it? When he uses a train, right?
There is no
Yep.
that's free. There is no
Yes.
four.
Oh, is it 3?
No spoilers, Chaz. Now.
Actually, yeah, there is no 4. There's only 3.
There's
Yeah.
only 3. At least get it right.
Like if
So
you'd
3
say,
they go back to, well, unintentionally he went back to the Western times.
Yes.
I get fucking
and he got
confused.
stuck
Look,
there.
I've
think it was
just
backwards.
started watching back through the Saws because I watched Saw 10 and I was like, really? I'm sure I've watched all of them, but now I've started watching through them all again.
Anything different you found?
No, but I'm still as fucking confused as I ever was, I think.
That's about right.
I just like I like watching the Saw films for the same reason as to watching the Final Fantasy films, right? I like watching the ways in which they came up with for people to die.
Yes.
It's fun.
So how did you die? Massive spear sword through the chest.
Maybe,
Ah.
do you know what? Maybe this is going to be a discussion for another time that we do. Like, we talk about all horror film. Like, what horror film scenario would you like to die in?
Oh, none. I would never want
No, no,
to
no.
be
You
in
have
any
to.
of them.
No, the idea
Nope,
is you
I will
no,
refuse to join that podcast.
No. The idea would
Yes.
be that you would have to pick one, and which one would you favor dying in?
Yeah, I
That'd
would not
be-
join for that
that'd be the
podcast.
thing. I think I could.
I'd
come
be
up with a good
absent
answer.
for that.
Anyway,
that specific
We'll
one.
see.
I don't
So
like horror.
Jebster, you're still to answer.
Even
right?
content
So,
warnings making me.
Yes.
away you go.
Alright.
The banana bar.
No.
Like his face.
Okay, so I have to-
Horophobia.
Yes, I do have horror phobia.
so I would show the aliens from when they get to the Netherlands is basically the way we deal
Closest
with
coffee shop.
no. Basically, it'll show them the way we deal with water, as in how we basically got a piece of land just out of the water by building dams and dikes and whatever. I basically show them that, just like what we
Are there
are able
dams
to
in
do.
the? I thought the Netherlands was far too flat for dams, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna build a dam. What's it gonna retain? 2 meters of water.
No, you have well, technically it's the dike thing. It's called the afsluitdijk, which is basically a long. At the moment, it's basically a long road.
Do they pump water into the lakes to make it higher? Like,
They pump water out, so they could like fill a bit of land.
Jibs, I'm
So the
joking.
water
Go on,
level would
go on.
stay,
It's fine. It's fine.
yeah,
Continue. I'm joking.
You cut out halfway through the jokes. I didn't know. No, like basically show them what's it? Flevoland, which is basically the bit of land we like tore out of the ocean. Bring him to where did I bring him to?
So
May I
Jeb,
add something
so
to?
Jebster's solution is I'm gonna show him how we're destroying the planet and removing its natural beauty. Okay.
You forgot about flowers plants
The fuck
and
no.
windmills.
No. Oh yeah, sure. I might show them a fancy windmill, but
I mean,
basically
to
what
be
is-
fair, you can't not show them a windmill if they're gonna come to the Netherlands,
Yeah.
right? Like, they're gonna be going, "What's that thing with wings?" Oh.
Wait, what are these spinny things? Yeah, don't worry about those.
They're everywhere. Don't worry about them.
They generate power.
No, what basically, I showed them feats of engineering that we managed to do. Like, what I talked about, like basically how we keep half the country above water.
Oh, fuck.
Like the moment we take away dikes and stuff, like Rosa won't have a house anymore. So I show them stuff like that.
I'd say some comments, but I
Maybe-
don't think that'd be fair on stream. Don't forget, I've been to
Oh,
Rosa
yeah.
and BJ's apartment,
Oh yeah.
and a very nice.
Do not
place it is
show
too.
them how you
They're-
celebrate King's Day.
They're pets. They're bearded dragons are
Yeah.
characteristic
Awesome.
and funny. Yeah,
Sure.
they are really they are quite cool. And to be fair, I did really enjoy while I was there that Rosa's got a little like miniature steam engine thing.
What?
Oh yeah.
She's got this little. It's literally like one of those desk steam things, and what you do is you put a little candle in it, put oil in it, and it'll run, and it's a fully working engine and little miniature desk version.
Oh yeah.
And I found one when I went to one of the craft stores in Rotterdam, and they're like, because Rosa got it as a gift from a family member or something, and I told her that it's like it's worth in the store. You buy like €200 to buy one, so she was quite pleased that it was worth something.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I showed him like history, like with World War II and stuff, and how we definitely tell him about the fact that we got a tank from France, and the first thing we decided to do was see if it could go through water, and it couldn't.
Well, to be fair, we
Look,
had
It's not
you're quite
submarine.
amphibious.
Look, just because it's called a tank doesn't mean it can hold water.
No, like
To-
the thing was, like the basically the way
I love the fact that Jebster's justifying this as though he was the one who did it.
no,
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 but
like, yeah, I understand. No, but the way like the Netherlands was back then was basically a swamp. So there was a lot of water. So they thought, okay,
Who was
if we can
Shrek?
go for basically.
yeah, who was
No,
Shrek
like-
though? That's the question.
Who was Shrek? Yeah. the guy who crashed the tank or ground the tank. No, like there was a lot of swampy area, so we thought, oh, okay, let's see if it can actually handle the terrain. And then there was a bit of water that was a bit too deep, and they drowned the tank. That's how the Netherlands lost its first tank. The only tank we had in World War II.
So you killed it because you drowned it.
Basically, they're like, oh, puddle, let's go through
Jepster,
it.
Jepster, imagine
What did
you
do? Hang on. What did you do with the very first bicycle?
draw.
Probably something similar.
Dude, have you ever seen videos or anything of like the canals around Amsterdam and stuff? Like
No.
all you find in the bottom of them are bicycles.
Yeah.
Like that's all there is in there. Like
What, you want to see if this bicycle can float or
people
not?
throw bicycles into the canals of Amsterdam for the fun of it.
Yeah, basically, oh, it makes a fun sound when it goes into the
Oh,
water.
yeah, throw my bicycle into the canal. That's
Well, it's
great.
you-
And it cannot
How are you gonna get to
swim.
work?
It's usually not their bicycle. I should
Well,
add.
yeah. It's one that they've stolen and then just thrown in so that they don't get caught with it.
Oh yeah, like,
Just-
especially in Rotterdam or Amsterdam. If you lose your bike, there's a very high chance your
It's
bicycle
in
is
the canal,
somewhere in
yeah.
the water.
Yeah. There,
That, and there's also the very high chance you've got
See,
another bike.
when I did the canal boat tour in Amsterdam, one of the funniest things ever, right? When we got on the canal boat tour, and we start going off, and literally as soon as we push off, because all the canal boat tours are in the red light district, right? They're all there because that's where everyone is.
Yeah.
So you start off on this canal boat tour, and the first thing you see on the left hand side is the chapel, right? And he explains to us that when it was a military town, and that's where the prostitution started becoming big, because obviously visiting soldiers and all of that, you know, getting their rocks off. But there was two things within the military: they were really religious, and they were really lonely. So the key to providing for those two facilities was brothel houses and churches, right? So that's why you've got a church in the red light district. But he said it's brilliant. It's really well placed, because just behind, he said, you see that building there? That's the brothel house. And he said that building just behind it, that is a nursery. And he said, so it's perfect because the dads, they drop their kids off at school.
It's
They
a
go
circle
visit,
of life.
They go visit the brothel house, and then they go to the church. They confess their sins. They pick up their kids, and they go home. Happy days.
It's a circle of life.
It's like they literally within 100,
yeah.
150 meters of each other was a brothel house, a nursery, and a fucking church. Only in Amsterdam. Is all
Yeah,
I'll
that
say.
sums up Amsterdam. Yep.
I never did get to go to Banana Bar.
No, but I'd show them like history, feats of engineering, maybe some transport stuff.
See, not when.
Please, no trains, no more
No
trains.
trains, no.
Not one mention. Not one mention.
Hunt
Of,
already killed them by trains.
not one mention of weed houses or
dead.
brothels or nothing from Jebster.
Well,
It's
you
not-
have
it's-
to show good bits of the country. So
I mean, you never know. A brothel house could be a good bit for them.
Yeah,
well, they're like, oh, why are there naked humans here?
You know, I mean,
Naked.
Oh, you could just say for research.
yeah. Research at your will. That's. Do you know what? That's gonna be my excuse when I come to Amsterdam next. I'm
It's
researching.
research.
I'm researching.
No, but that's roughly where I'd take them if I had to show them around.
That's cool though. Yeah, that's interesting. There was so many different ideas from people. It's interesting that people had like different types of ideas about the places they were as well. I thought me, Thunder, and Fruitbat would have the same places, but actually none of us mentioned the same place, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, for crying out loud, we'd all probably just go fuck this. Let's all just go down the corner and go to the bar. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Do you know, I actually did that once though. When we were in
What?
when we went to when we were in where was it we went? It was somewhere in Spain, and we were on holiday, and one of the tours was a tour up to the shoe factory, where we'd get to go up.
What?
We'd get to go up and watch them make like shoes, trainers and stuff in the factory, and then apparently you could get really, really good deals on the trainers in the shop, in the factory shop, right? So we went to go on this tour, and as we're driving up there, the tour guide came over the PA, and she was like, "So I'm really sorry, guys, but we've just found out that the factory is actually in a fiesta, so nobody's there, nobody's working."
Typical.
We didn't know, but you know, the factory's closed, so we can't go to the factory. So what we figured we'd do is we would go to some of the Spanish villages that are outside of the touristy areas, and we'll just stop there, and you guys can have a mill around and look in the shops and whatnot. So we were like, yeah, okay, that's fine. So we stop off at this village, right? And we all get off the bus. There's like 30 English people on this bus, right? 30 English people in this rural Spanish town that's like nobody in the town speaks any English. And all of us get off the coach, and we said, yeah, go mill around the town. The town was also in a fiesta. So much so, in the little town square thing they had, I mean, this was comparable to stuff I'd seen in Macedonia. Like, it was what I would class as, like, not third world, but close to being third world type areas. They had these they had a bouncy castle in the town centre. They had a bouncy table football thing that has become popular on YouTube, so I'm sure you've all seen like real life table football. It's got like, but it's a inflatable thing. It's got bars across it, and you're meant to like have a bunch of people stood on there. You hold the bars and you kick a ball that's thrown, an inflatable ball that's thrown in. So it's like a table football, but it's real life and it's like inflatable. They had that in the town. Needless to say, nobody was on it, because this town was for like, you went to the town centre and all you had was like 18, 90-year-old people just sat around the town centre. A few kids milling around, but like maybe 5 or 6. Apart from that, it was just old people, right? Like, why they put a bouncy castle in the first place is unbeknownst to me. It was crazy.
Maybe they got bored.
I don't know why they did. But
as long as it doesn't explode on them.
We wandered around, right? We're wandering around and we're looking around, and you got all these shops, and we're looking in all the shops, and every single shop we go to, closed. So we're looking in the windows, looking at what's there, but obviously we can't go shopping because it's all closed. They're
Maybe
in a fiesta.
You're a gypsy.
The Spanish are crazy, right? Because the Spanish really do stick to this thing of like between 12 midday and 2, nobody works. Nothing is open. Everything is closed. And they all go home, they have a siesta, they all go sleep. And when they're having a fiesta, nothing is open. And I mean nothing. So we're wandering around and all the shops are closed. And I turned around to my then girlfriend, and I was just like, well, what are we gonna do? We're like, we need to find where we're like, there's clearly nothing to do, so we might as well just go and get a drink. But we need to know where everybody else is, because we need to know when they're gonna leave and stuff. So we walked around and we found the only bar in the entire village that was open, and we walked in, and honestly it was so bizarre walking into this bar in rural Spain when nobody spoke English, and all you did is you walked through the door where you saw like 30 English people just all sat in the bar drinking, with the tour guide stood at the bar that she couldn't leave because she had to translate our orders to the bar staff. And it was just so typical. Where do you find an English person when you really want to find them? The nearest pub. Like, it was
An English bar?
stereo. No, it's
Yes,
in
the bar.
It's in the middle of a fucking Spanish village where nobody speaks English. Oh yeah, they just had this random Irish-themed bar there that nobody ever visited normally, but they really thought this was their lucky day. What?
Because I'm kind of tired and need to go, but before that, I will give you another topic, guys. What you would ask to share aliens if we talk about technologies? Like, what technology you would like to get from alien?
Fucking hell, Valley. Yeah, add in something.
Try to think about that.
I want you to stay for the next thing as well. Okay, actually, let's do an interlude then. Let's do an interlude. Right, Valley, last week we started Fruit Bat as well, because you wouldn't have seen this. Fruit Bat, you know the TV show Would I Lie to You?
Yes.
We started an idea on this last week. So, not necessarily in teams, kind of individually, but the idea is that I want to continue this, and I want to expand this into other episodes. So I want you guys to send me privately ideas in which of things you've done, just one-liners or just little stories, just short stories about something you've done, and I can turn them into one-liners, and then I can give people real, or I can give them either the things that they've given me as a one-liner to say out, or I can give them fake ones. But you guys have to decide whether they're lying or not, right? So, while everyone thinks about Valley's question, we'll do a couple of little lie to me type ones. So, I'll lead it off, and I will say that when I was very young, at one point, I accidentally set fire to a piece of paper in my bedroom and nearly burnt the house down.
We're trying to
So for everybody who doesn't know, the idea now is that you get to ask me any questions you want about it, and I have to answer them.
We're trying to practice
at the end you
smoking a
decide
cigarette.
whether I am telling the truth or not. No, I wasn't doing that. This was before I was smoking.
Were you experimenting with a science experiment? Like trying to figure out the fire set?
I mean, experimenting? No, I've always been a bit of a pyromaniac, and I was just interested in seeing what the flame looked like on the paper.
You were trying to were you smoking a cigarette and your mum came into the room? And
No,
you were like,
this
"Shit,
was
into this."
before I was smoking. What part of that don't you understand? This was before I started smoking. This was before I even tried a cigarette. This was just...
Was there anything written on the paper?
I don't remember, actually. I don't think so. I think it was just a bit of paper.
Maybe
So
you
you were
saw
try- you-
something on TV
you
set
were-
and decided to repeat it.
Yeah. So you weren't trying to hide any discriminating evidence?
No. No, I was just lighting a bit of paper on fire.
What did your parents say?
They never found out.
Hmm.
Did your room smell?
I mean, a bit, but yeah, obviously I opened a window.
Come on, guys, you've got to answer this.
Ask some questions,
Why?
you know. I mean,
You
why?
gotta ask him stuff. It's would I lie to you, basically.
Wait, what was that paper? Some specific one?
Well, not necessarily specific. It was just generalized. Like it was lined paper. It had lines on it. It was one of those like
Was it your
writing pad.
homework?
No, it was just it was just. I had a pad of
Is your
lined.
homework set fire to this and bring what's left?
No,
of it
my
in?
excuse was always the dog ate it.
Oh, come
It
on.
was just a pad of lined paper. I just took a page
That's
out
Saved
of it.
by the Bell.
I just took a pad out of it and I just lit the paper.
The sheet of paper from his class. How it calls? I forgot.
I wasn't even from, but it's just a sheet of pad of lined paper, like with guidelines on, so like ones that are meant
What
so
did you
you can
set
write.
fire to it?
Wait, where did you get it then?
I had it at home. I was in school. We had lined paper.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget, when I went to school, we actually wrote on shit. We didn't have computers to type shit out. We wrote down stuff. It was lined paper.
What did you set fire to it with?
I think it was a lighter that I found downstairs. I think it was like, because my dad smoked, so I think it was one of my dad's lighters that I found, and I just wanted to play with it.
How did you put the fire out?
In the end, I legged it downstairs with this burning bit of paper in my hand, and I opened the door and I threw it outside. Like it nearly burnt it was getting close to burning my fingers by the time I got downstairs.
Who else saw what you did?
Nobody. I was at home on my own at the time.
Home Alone 2.0. 2.1. 2.
2.0.
Home Alone 3 has already been done. It was that girl that went missing in Portugal.
All right.
That's too hard.
No,
Just
it's
because
not.
just because I wasn't inventive enough to come up with traps and shit, like no need to rub it in. Canal. On topic.
How old were you?
How old was
Droid.
I? I was.
Edward.
I think
It's
I was probably about 8.
Android.
8.
You were
or
8 years
9?
old. Home Alone.
Yeah.
dealer.
Dude.
No, I
Right.
think this is a lie.
When I was 8, it was 1992. It wasn't that uncommon for parents in the 90s to leave their kids at home. We were considered pretty responsible at 8 years old, despite the fact that I tried to burn my own house. But you know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
Maybe electricity is gone and you decided to.
Wait, you say
Right up the-
pretty responsible, and there you are setting fire to a piece of paper in the house.
dude. When
This
like,
is a lie. This is a lie. I'm
when
sorry.
when
There's no way.
when I was 10 years old, my parents deliberately left me alone in the house with my girlfriend. So you know, think of that.
Girlfriend at the age 10?
Yeah.
It's very hard to call
Really?
some friend girlfriend.
I mean, that bit's true, and she was definitely a girlfriend. Like I had
Wait,
experiences.
that bit's true.
Please,
so
no
the rest is a
details.
lie.
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I
that
had
bit's true.
I had experiences younger than that.
What
Like,
does everyone else think? I think it's a lie. I'm
10
sorry.
10 was not
Yeah.
old at that stage.
Yeah.
I was
Lie.
the girlfriend.
Alright,
That I
and-
believe is
no
true.
more
Was it your teddy bear?
Is everyone locking in then? No more questions?
Yeah,
I
no.
think it's
A lie.
true. I feel like it's something.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it's a lie.
I don't know.
Unless Chatter's parents really despised him, then I think it would be true, but it's a lie.
To be fair, back in olden days, kids that was neglected, it's like, oh yeah, this is normal.
It's not even neglected. It was like,
I was
What?
about to say.
That is basically child neglect.
No, it's really not.
why?
It is.
What, to think that you're responsible enough at the age of like 8, 9 years old to be in the house alone for a few hours? Huh?
No.
Yeah, parents usually saying do not open doors to people you don't know. That's all what you need to do.
Yeah. Like, you're in the house. What can go wrong apart from the fact that you could set fire
Setting
to
the
the house,
fire,
but,
maybe
you know, I
setting
mean,
fire to a piece of paper and burning it down.
You know, I mean, unforeseen circumstances.
I'm sorry,
From a
this
parent,
has got to be a lie. There's no way. Even I wasn't stupid enough to play with matches and fire at 8 years old.
I wouldn't say it was stupid. I'd say it was inquisitive, right?
You were, dude, setting fire to a piece of paper inside the house.
Yeah. Wanted to see what it looked like when it burned.
I'm sorry, I think it's a lie.
All right, everyone, lock in your answers. Then nobody's got any more questions. Lock in your answers.
Lie.
Clancha, I mean, I'm not going to count Droid.
Lie.
Droid's only heard half of the story.
So it's
So,
two
I mean, you can if you
truths
want,
and
Droid.
two
but-
lies.
It's true for me.
Alright.
So Jebster,
Val?
you said true.
Yeah, he did.
This is true, but I just don't understand
So it's
why
4
he was doing
versus
that.
2.
Alright, it was true.
What?
It was true.
It is true. It's pretty possible at this
Fucking
stage.
hell, man.
It was true. It was true. I did literally. I took a bit of paper, lit it alight, because I wanted to see the flame, and then I went,
What?
holy shit. Hang
Yeah,
on,
I'd understand if you
I had
wanted
to
to
run
try and get a
downstairs
blue
and cry.
flame, maybe, yeah.
I just wanted to see the fire burning. Like, all right, so does
Yeah, I
any...
can imagine that. Your parents go out, leave you in the house, then they come back. Son, why is the house on fire?
This is not true.
I mean, that would have been a much bigger question than the fact that.
Yeah, can you
obviously,
imagine
I
explaining
managed- I
your
managed
parents
to put it
explaining it to the insurance?
Wait,
Well,
can you?
where were you at the
wait.
time of the fire?
Could you imagine
This is
afterwards
gonna-
they say you opened the front door, didn't you? Well, yeah. We told you not to open it for anybody, especially not strangers. Well, I know, but there was a reason I opened. Why was that reason? Something nearly got the house. You know, I mean, that would have been quite difficult, right? You know. How do you get out of trouble
I
with
give
that
up.
one? Yes, I'm sorry. I opened the door. I'll take my beating.
Dude, you could have always just gone to the bathroom and thrown it down the toilet.
I mean, you've got a flaming bit of paper in your hand, right? You're 8 years old. Do you think of everything all the time? I mean, my first thought was front door, open the front door, chuck it out the front door, right? You know? And I think I made a logical choice. I know, and I did think afterwards, ah, shit, I could have put it in the sink.
Are you in the
But-
same house at the moment
Yeah.
that you did this in?
Actually, I'm sat right now in the very bedroom I did it in, too.
Right, how far away is your bathroom then from your room? Closer to than the front door
Well,
that you
yeah,
threw it out?
much closer, because the bathroom's across across the little hallway and outside.
You should
it's
have. Yeah, you
downstairs.
should. I don't understand what you.
No, but you don't think like that in the moment, like you're in panic,
No.
do you? Like you just do it, and
Well,
I mean,
I
it
used
was
to
fine.
think if I wanted to
Look.
put a fire out in my room, I would have put a
Look.
fan on it.
It was fine. I opened the door, it went out the door. That was it. Job done. I'm calm about it.
And then your parents come in, son, why is there a burnt piece of paper on the front door?
All right. So, has anybody?
Experimenting.
Has anyone got anything that they want to put forward, or do I do another one? What do you guys think? Shut up, Thunder. You're not tired.
Thunder, thunder.
Depends if he's thought of one or not. This is why I say that you guys need to send me suggestions so that I can.
I did think of one, but I can't remember what it was.
I need some dirty stories from you, Thunder.
Alright, shall I do...
Yes.
I need to think of another one. See, I've thought of quite a few. I need to write them down, really, so that I've got them. Because I've thought of real ones and fake ones as well. Okay, so one fireworks night, we
yeah,
used
I
to.
know one.
Do you want to do yours then?
Yeah,
Go on in.
you just brought up one from my.
Go on in. Oh,
It's fire again.
the,
Please.
The
No,
thing
it's
is,
not.
Thunder. The thing is,
Right.
You just saying you've just brought up one from my, that means it's going to be true, right? See, that's the problem with the way in which you've just done it. This is why I say to you, send me
there's
the
several
fucking
firework
stories.
incidents that I had as a kid, or close ones anyway.
Okay.
We had this big firework rocket.
Thunder, remember, it's a one-sentence story. One
And
sentence.
It contained over 500 rockets.
One sentence! What happened? Why were you... What, like...
Well, let's just say we ended up nearly digging our own grave when we lit it up.
I have gotten no sentence out of you whatsoever. Can you try that again, please?
Really?
Try that
Yes,
again.
Thunder, you like...
Big firework contained more than...
No.
Right, so
Sentence.
Thunder, what you're saying is you took a big firework and lit it, and it nearly killed you.
No, it was this box, right? And it contained like about a total of 500 firework rocket things in it.
So you lit a full box of fireworks that ended up nearly killing you.
No, not a box. It was just like this one big firework that contained 500 rockets in it.
Is that not what I've already said?
No, you said it was a box.
Yes, no. Technically, that's what he said.
You forgot who you asked.
You lit one big firework that nearly killed you. Is that right?
I wouldn't say nearly killed me, but sort of nearly dug our
fuck
own
it, it's
grave.
true.
It nearly killed you,
Right.
yes or no? That's a simple
No, it
answer.
didn't kill us.
It's true. Don't even need to ask any questions. It's true.
Nothing crazy, so it's true.
It's actually a lie. Dude, I was a kid. I wouldn't fucking like fireworks.
Wait, you didn't say the age.
But
Yeah, you didn't say age. That's actually true.
True, but it is actually a lie.
Right, Thunder, from now on, you're not allowed to actually submit any stories unless you send them to me first.
I've got more.
No, send me your true stories and I will turn them into one-liners. I told you to do this last week anyway. Send me your true stories. I will turn them into one-liners and then people can tell or not. Because that's like...
Expected to hear from Thunder something like that. When I was the age 12, I accidentally licked left teeth of my sister.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Say
what?
that again, Valley.
I expected from Thunder to say something like, when I was 12, I accidentally licked the left teeth of my older sister. True line.
Valley, I think that's true. Anyway, no. I know you're joking. I know I'm joking too.
I know that Thunder has older sister, right? Thunder? No, he's
Thunder,
gone.
do you have an never mind.
Older sister.
Just DM him.
Yes,
do you
I
have an
do.
older sister?
Yes. Okay. So
Did you
potentially
lick your
could be
left
true.
tit?
He's quiet, so it must be true.
Oh no.
We
What have
opened
we
his
found out
biggest
here?
secret.
Okay, Thunder, I'll talk to you about that a bit more and we'll extend that for, like, because I need to know a little bit more in order to get the thingy, but we'll extend that for next week.
Oh, I've got another one. Hang on. I'll send you it. Hang on.
Mate, I'm trying to think of real, like, I'm having to do this on the fly because I'm not pre-preparing any of these at the moment. Unless you lot send me, if you lot send me stories, then we can do this game properly, like, in a more expanded formula, with people getting real ones and true ones, and they have to... The idea is that obviously when it's the truth, you want to make the details a bit ambiguous to make people believe that you're lying.
But there's the
But-
thing: if you know what everyone says, then you won't be able to play along.
Got another, did you
There-
see the other one?
There is, but I will also give myself things to lie about as well. So I'll always take part
I
in
know.
terms of, but yes, if I know what it is, so when I'm giving people things to say, then yes, I can't say anything because I will have to be host. But that's the only way that I think it's gonna work, like properly.
Or
Like, would I lie to you?
It could work, but
So you will you will
maybe-
tell the story, but you're not gonna tell who sent it to you, right?
No, so the idea is people are going to give me stories about them,
Mhm.
and then what I will do is I'll make up some stories, and when we do this, I'll say to people, right, I'll send you a message on Discord, for example, and I'll say, right, this is your line, so you read out the line, and then people have to like question you on that line, and it's either true or false. And it's either
Well,
the
I've sent you-
story you sent me,
I've sent you
or
two.
it's a story that I've made up and sent you to read out to them. So it could be a completely made up story, but you have to make up your excuses, or you have to try and make people believe it's real, but you have to do that on the spot because you've only just found out about it as I've sent it to you.
Yeah, but
That-
main question is, do you need to know is it true or false?
No, like you
well,
don't
yeah,
need to know if it's true or false because then
I
you can
guess-
play along.
I guess I don't, but then, like, if I give out stories, like stories you guys are gonna give me, I'm gonna give them back to you to read out based on the fact that they're true, and I'm gonna make fake stories for you.
So you will pick the story, but you will not get is it true or not.
Yeah, I won't guess. I won't be a part of the. If I can think,
He's just going to be the quiz master.
like, if I'm sat there and I think, like, there's an obvious question that you guys aren't asking, then I might ask that question. But I won't. I won't say a question or do anything or say anything that makes it obvious that it's true or false. I'll leave it for the game to play, but I will try and guide things in terms of asking certain questions, which might end up making it go the other way, to be fair. Because, like, the one thing that I wanted you lot to ask earlier was, where did you get the lighter from to light the paper? You know? Like, I thought that was an obvious question, but nobody asked it. Then in the end, Thunder did ask it.
Usually you just find it, in a drawer somewhere?
Well, yeah, but you're fine. You want the detail. You want as many details as you want towards the answer, right? Because you want to see. It's not necessarily that you want the details, but you want to see how the person responds to the questions you're asking them. Yeah, like you want to know if they hesitate. You want to know if they do this. You want to know because they can fake all that as well. So you're trying to analyze the person that you're asking the questions to. So, hi Gorgon, welcome in. Thank you for the like, man. So the idea is that I might throw some questions out that could help, or could completely screw you up if they answer it correctly, or it could throw them, you know, like. But yes, I agree. It means I can't take part, but my taking part is going to be that I will also have questions like.
Yeah, you're just
that
a
I've done
master
so
of
far.
the game. That's
Yeah.
all.
So, what other one? Okay, here's one. So, when we were young, me and a sports friend of mine once spied on a girl in the school changing rooms.
It's a lie. You were too
Hmm.
hesitant on it.
So too many questions.
I mean,
we need to ask. you.
ask questions because
How old you was?
we were about 11 or 12, somewhere about there, I think.
Okay, what's the name of your friend?
Because we're streaming, I'm not gonna give out names, but I will tell you his initials are MH.
Okay.
Michael Holmes.
Obviously, I'm not friends with anybody called Michael
It's
fucking Holmes.
no, it's Mycroft Holmes. They got married, obviously.
Ow.
For funnies, okay? Just leave that up.
You
Wait,
almost
And I
broke
found a
Atlantis there.
Reaper in Generation Zero. Fuck yeah.
Do you still talk to that guy?
Not anymore. I haven't spoken to him for years. In actual
So
fact,
what
I
did he
didn't
say his
really
name?
like him.
Or just tell us his first name.
His first name was Matthew.
Oh, what's his last name then?
Because
K.
we are
Nah.
streaming, I
Yeah,
said I
no,
wouldn't do
no.
it.
Yeah, I was asking about first name anyway. And
Why
who was
were you
that
doing
girl?
it?
Did you know that? Did you know her?
Don't know. She was just somebody we both fancied.
She's about your age or older?
I think, like,
Older.
I think she was 2 or 3 years older.
That's funny because the girls of the age 11, there is nothing to spectate.
I mean, we both found her really cute and really hot, so, you know.
And she was alone there?
Well, in the changing room, yeah, she was alone.
Maybe she was with her friend.
No, she was in like a single cubicle thing getting changed alone.
Something interesting you found it?
Ish, but not necessarily about we saw, more about what happened.
What happened?
So, I was looking under, and my friend was looking over the top, and I was looking under the bottom. And she looked down and she saw me, and she smiled, and then she saw my friend, and then she wasn't smiling anymore.
Your friend was so ugly?
He wasn't the best looking person, but I took it as a great compliment that she smiled at me looking under and she didn't like him looking under, yes.
Any physical reaction you've got after that?
Not really, because we were both a little bit too scared to do anything else after, like, once she saw us, that was it. Like, we were too scared. We were too, like, we just got changed and then went home.
Talk to that girl after.
I mean, it was a bit of a weird situation, right? And, you know, at that age, yeah, I didn't think it was right.
Why it's only me who's asking questions? Thunder, I need your help.
I asked a question.
Yes, Jepsa, please.
Why?
I said why, though, didn't I?
Yeah, you said why. But I don't know if it was like the value or reaction to my.
Well, it was to yours, right? Because we both we fancied her. She was cute, and like, why wouldn't you want to look at a cute woman getting changed? Like, come on, especially at that age, like that's your dream, right?
Oh, I'm gay. Not joking. It's hard to say is it true or not. I don't know what specific question we need to ask to understand it. It's possible to be true or false, but
How did you come up with the idea to look at her?
Just.
What do you mean? How do we come up with the idea?
Chepster, are you gay or something?
We went into one changing room. She went into the other. We went, holy shit, she's right next door. We've got a gap under and a gap above. Uh-huh.
Oh, like
Chapter,
that
you're-
kind.
you're-
Yeah, the,
Chapter,
change,
are you
the
like?
changing rooms have
It
little
sounds like
gaps.
you're gay. Like,
I
why
mean-
would
Like
you
you're
not look
gay,
the
shut
woman?
up. No, like, dude, do you like specifically go into their changing room? I didn't know it was like a separation.
If there's like a
between.
gap
Yeah, no,
when I was
there
that
was,
young, I would have fucking done it.
Yeah, I thought like it was a whole separate room.
Yeah, no. It was
That's why I
like it
thought,
was
oh, well,
individual changing. It was
fucking
individual
donkey!
changing rooms. Hey, Stig. It was individual
Ah.
changing rooms. By the way, Stig, I've shown everybody your edit to the racing song. Yeah, everyone loved it. But yeah, it was individual changing rooms, and
And I get it. Yeah, okay. No, I thought you like made the conscious decision, like, oh, she's in their changing room. Let's go all the way over there. But no, it was like, no, yeah.
Nah.
to be fair, she just ended up coming into the changing room next to us. It wasn't even planned. It was just that I don't know why we got changed together, and she went into the changing room next to us, and it was like, holy fuck, she's in the one next to us.
Yeah, so yeah. So I thought it was like conscious decision where you had to walk all the way to the other changing room to get there.
Oh, dear. Go for bed.
The biggest question for me,
Alright.
why it was only you and your friend? Usually it's story about 3 guys.
It's nice to see you again, Val.
Um,
Hope you'll join us next week.
Alright,
Okay.
see you later.
Hey, dude.
Because it wasn't like a school thing, it was just like an after school thing, and we were like, there wasn't many people doing the club that we were doing or whatever, and it was just like this fun swimming thing that we were doing. So yeah, and the others that were there weren't really our friends. It was only me and him that were really friendly, so
Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine myself in that situation. Usually when I was going to someone like swimming pool or going to some extra sections or after school, usually it was 3 or 4 guys all the time walking together. In school or after school, but you were talking about only 2, so I don't lie. I don't trust you. You lying.
I don't have many friends now. How many friends did you think I had in school, dude? What the fuck?
It's different time when you're a school guy and when you're living adult life.
I've never had that many friends that I would
Sometimes just
actually-
sitting alone with your wine and smoking.
To be fair, I wouldn't have actually gone in a changing room with many friends, even then. And I'm surprised that I ever did with this guy, to be fair, but
Well, I said no. I don't know what others thinking.
can't throw back. You haven't said anything for a while.
Hello, what's up?
Welcome back, through bed.
Hello, I'm
That's
here.
not been listening.
No, you're not.
Oh, you know, I've been drifting in and out.
Hmm. We need to make a decision about Chad, is he's lying or not.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I was listening to that. I don't know. That sounds like something you'd do, but I'd like to think you was a better person. You know, it's the wrong thing to do, and you know it.
This is not wrong. It's okay.
I love the fact that you're the only person that's saying, "No, it's wrong."
Are you
I think
kidding
it's
me?
true.
Okay, Jebster's locked in. Everyone else?
I'm gonna say a lie. I want to believe it's a lie.
I want to believe it's a lie as well, but it's chatter, so.
Wow. Wow. Platypus?
Yeah, that's kind of it, really.
Lie.
Valley?
I
Actually,
said
that's
lie.
true.
Okay. So, that was a lie,
Right.
but there were some elements to truth to it, but I'm going to hold those off because we may come up with some future stories. That specific story, though, yes, was a lie. Right, does anyone else have one?
Yeah, that's
Or-
Chad's. Everything can be possible. I believe he's wearing some female pants right now, so everything's possible.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Maybe that is one. Maybe one of the
Maybe.
things is I am sat here in a thong right now. Maybe that's one of the one of them.
But
maybe,
anyway,
maybe I can
have to
do
go.
it
Catch you
twice.
next
Maybe I
week,
can
guys.
buy a thong and just wear it 1 week just to trick you guys.
Good night.
Okay.
So, does anybody else have any that they want to try and do?
How about the time I almost set fire to the workplace or to the workshop I work at on accident?
Okay, so you
Sounds
almost
fun.
burnt your workplace down. Is the one liner.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, where was your workplace?
Same workplace I work at now, Dornbike.
Okay. So it's a bike workshop. It's indoors. It's got mechanical shit around it, tools, and more importantly, chemicals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So how did you nearly burn down the workplace?
Was bored. That was
This sounds remarkably similar to my story earlier.
yeah. That was I bought a lighter a couple days before that, and I brought it with me because I thought having a lighter with me is not a bad idea. Maybe you never know when you need it.
Wait, why did you have a lighter? Why did you buy a lighter? What?
You should never, because sometimes you need it for work.
Really?
Yeah, I need it for work. Like you know, for the cables. You have like
I
this.
once knew a girl in college who she didn't even know how to use a lighter.
Oh, this was a fancy one. I still have it actually. It's one of those arc ones that like push a button and makes like a cross.
Okay, it's like alright, I feel you.
Like the one that
It's like a Zippo. Alright, it's like a
Yeah.
Zippo.
So I got that, and I thought, oh, I'll use it for like I don't know the name. It's like the shrinking rubber thingies for like cables timed together. Like you apply heat to them and then they shrink.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
So I thought, oh, I need a lighter for that because the one
Okay.
at work is too big because we have like a massive gas burner. So I thought, oh, I'll buy that, and then I tried to test it out at work.
Okay.
And then I realized those arc lighters don't work for the
Quick
rubber.
question: so the arc lighter, was it one that produced like a moving, flowing yellow flame, or was it one that produced like the blue flame that was
A
really
blue
direct?
cross.
Okay,
Direct.
so just
Oh, actually
it's
no.
like,
Now I'm looking at pinkish.
but it's very fierce. It's a windproof lighter, so like
You can tase yourself with it.
You can light it, and if you light it and it's lit and the flame's coming up, you can blow on it and it won't go out, right? It's one of those types of lighters.
No.
Yeah.
Well, on the lighter it won't go out.
Yeah. So
No,
the flame
lighter
will still
will-
stay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we would call is a flame-proof lighter, or windproof lighter. So it's one that you
Yeah.
light it, and when the wind is blowing, it won't go out. It's still
Yeah, basically
okay.
one of those.
So it looks more like a torch when it's going than it does a normal. Yeah,
Yeah,
plasma
it-
lighter
it-
stick, exactly.
Plasma lighter, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just looks cool. So I thought, oh, probably works, but it didn't. And then with my ADHD brain, I went places with my mind. And then I thought, oh, there's a bit of paper, like a towel. I don't like the paper towels. I took a bit. And
Firebug, shut the fuck up.
then I lit it.
Firebug is taking the piss out of me saying flameproof lighter when I meant windproof lighter. Which I mean is legit, but still,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. Anyway, carry on.
So I took that paper towel and I thought, oh, that's the lighter. So it worked fine. Like a little bit was like burning. And I tapped it to like to make it go away. no more fire. And before that, I was working with what was it, the brake cleaner, and there was still a lot of brake cleaner on my workbench.
That's an interesting detail. Okay.
So I took that piece of paper and I
Fruitbat's tuned out, by the
yeah, I feel like
I'm
he
still
is.
here. I hear fruit bats and I'm like, hello.
So it's very active. So I thought, okay, well, the paper is out. It's no longer on fire. So I threw it on the workbench, and it was very much on fire. And there was a lot of fire.
So, see, the thing is to this, like, brake cleaner is incredibly flammable. It's a really volatile liquid.
Oh yeah.
So, I find that fully believable, but also you work with brake cleaner all the time, so you would know that. So it's quite easy for you to pull that as a thing to lie about. The way you described it does evaporate very quick. You're right, Stig.
That's what I thought as well.
And this is the thing, I think it does evaporate very quick, but liquids will stay inside of like paper and stuff quite. So the fact that you said that it was in the paper, that makes it more believable. It also makes it more believable for me in the fact that the way you're describing the lighter too much, which could also be the fact that you just have that light, therefore you are.
Well, I could have the lighter with me, yeah.
Yeah, you could just be describing the lighter and experience and talking about your experiences with the lighter and the actual crux of it being nearly burning your workplace down. But also, based off of my story earlier, I'm not sure. I think adding credence to the weight of nearly burning my story earlier adds credence to the fact of what you did as being classed as nearly burning your workplace down, which you might not necessarily have classed it as. So, what did you do when the paper went up?
Panicked for like 2 seconds, and I thought, wait a minute, I know how to make it, extinguish the fire. I didn't have a fire extinguisher though. So what I did was under the workbench, I have 2 boxes with like, what it calls stuff like towels and like old clothes that are like torn up, so you can use it as a rag.
Yes, Violet, basically, yes.
So I looked for one, or I took one that was like, was it cotton? Or
You
at least,
risked putting more material on top of a fire.
No, like I took stuff that I knew wouldn't burn, or at least wouldn't burn as bad. Like it had more chance of like turning it like extinguishing the fire than it would have. Yeah. So I tried to smother fire.
Why didn't you just stamp on it?
It was a bit too big, and also on my desk, on my workshop, like workbench. So.
Well, and you couldn't throw it on the floor? Like, you're in your workshop, so surely you've got a concrete floor, right?
Yeah, but no, the workbench was on fire. Because the brake cleaner was on the workbench, and I used so much that there was still left. Like most of it evaporated, but some was still left. That's the bit that got fire.
Come on, Calandra's Fruitbat, you must have questions.
I am way too focused on killing this fucking thing now.
Well, you're gonna have to ban
Yeah, I'm
you
playing
from
games.
playing
I heard something about fire.
They're gonna have to ban you from playing games that require concentration. Like, we're meant, like, podcasts are meant to be focused. Come on. I'm gonna say I think it's true.
Think it's what?
I think it's true.
Oh, it's definitely a lie. What are you talking about?
Right, Stig thinks it's false.
Calandras?
True.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright. Steak, you're wrong. Clantress, you're wrong. Haha.
No, it's true.
I kind of thought right from the beginning, because I don't like the way you jumped in with the story. This is why it has to be something you guys send me beforehand.
Yeah.
Because then, like, you don't get a chance to think about it, or you just have to read it out and bang, you got to go into... It makes the lies harder to disguise, but also make, like, on the truths, you're running off of memory. So, you're having to go in. Based off of that, actually, based off of running off of memory, I do have another one. I can run through quite quickly, I think. So, what one? So, my uncle, so not one from me, but one from a family member of mine. But my uncle, when he was small, when he was a kid, so we're talking, I don't know, what, in the 70s? Yeah, in the 70s sometime. They all, like, my family lived on a farm, right? And my uncle was scared of chickens. And one day, this chicken chased him. It escaped from the chicken pen. It chased him round and round the pen. And he closed the back door and it chopped its head off. And when he opened the door, the chicken's body was running around outside without a head. Bearing in mind it's not my story, so obviously I can't necessarily answer all questions, but... I mean, you can ask me questions based on how I knew the story or something. I don't know.
Yeah, did he tell you the story in person?
I believe that the story came up at a family barbecue we were at. And obviously all of us that were kids, we all loved it. We all thought it was funny as fuck. But yes, my uncle didn't tell us the story. No, it was other family members that told us the story.
Okay.
Stig says that will happen. True. Stig, you have to ask questions, man. The whole point is you have to investigate it. Not just... It could be bullshit. I know you can chop a chicken's head off and the body will still run around. I know that's true. I've experienced it firsthand. Doesn't mean the story is true, though.
I'm thinking.
I'd say it's true.
Firebug, the story can be as long as you want, but we have to tell it in a little one sentence thing. So everyone needs to send me their stories so I can feed out like truth and lies to people. Stig says I don't need to. I lived on a farm most of my life, lol. I've done it. But that doesn't mean my uncle did it, right? Like, two parts to unwrap to the story. To give you guys a clue then. Two parts to unwrap to the story. One, I said he was so scared of the fucking chickens that he ran away from them and closed the door and shut the chicken's head in the door. The second part is the fact that the chicken ran around headless afterwards.
Yeah, like that bit. I know that can happen.
But I know that can happen too, so I can make that up quite as easily as I can read out a true story, so...
What did he do with the chicken afterwards?
Considering he was petrified of chickens beforehand, and afterwards I'm pretty sure his fear got a hell of a lot more, don't think he actually did anything with the chicken. I think he left it for, like, my granddad or something to deal with, right? Firebug, I can't just say a story if you DM me. So you didn't DM me a story. I can't just say a story that you DM me. Like, this is ongoing for, like, weeks and shit, right? Like, come on. Think about it, man.
There are not many questions to ask with that one.
I mean, I think.
Like,
I
where
think
did he run from? Like, what was the room that slammed the door in?
So he was outside. The chicken coop was outside, and he went to close the chicken coop door, and when he closed it, either one of the chickens escaped or one was already escaped. I don't know, but he closed the chicken coop door, and there was a chicken outside. He was scared of it, so he ran around the coop, and then he ran inside and pulled the door closed, and yeah, that's when he decapitated the chicken. No, Firebug, the whole point is you have to tell me a story. I would then pick stories to give people to tell, and then other people get the question and determine whether it's true or false. It's not like you can't do it offline. You have to be here in order to tell your story, or your fake story if it's a fake story. Stig said, did he kiss the chicken head? Considering he was scared of chickens, which is why he was running away from the fucking chicken in the first place, I'm guessing no, he didn't kiss the chicken head. But I guess you'd have to ask him for a proper answer.
Yeah, I don't know what else to ask. I think it's a lie? Yeah.
For about...
I'm sticking to my guns, it's obviously true. No question.
Clutches?
False.
Alright, it was in fact true.
Well, actually true.
Yes, it was in fact true.
Jesus.
Needless to say, I think my uncle was more scared of chickens afterwards than he was before.
Yeah.
What's Firebug saying? So, what was it Valley asked, anyway? Let's, I think, end the Thickets Lie to You section. And we'll get back to Valley's question. But then everyone's going to go, I don't remember the question, right? You're all meant to be thinking about it!
What was the question again? Like I
So
think I already had an
it
answer.
was about technology, right? Wasn't it? So it was.
Oh yeah, what technology would you ask from the aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depending on like how advanced are they?
I think
Like,
assuming that they're more advanced than us,
Yeah.
then
But if they get here, yeah, they are.
then you can ask. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get it, but you can ask if they can give you.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so Firebug's answer is teleportation.
Yeah.
Which is, and that's a decent shout. I'm not sure it's the best shout, but it's a decent shout. Stig said more robotic sheep when the sheep get wiped out, and that doesn't fucking surprise me. But alright.
I want holodeck technology.
That would be cool, actually.
Holodeck.
That'd
So
be fucking ace.
So for anyone who doesn't know, then holodeck is like true holographic, right? It's like
Yeah,
And
like
you can touch it and all sorts.
yeah,
you can
it's
actually interact with
It's
everything.
basically real.
true holographic technology. So basically, it's integrating VR, AR, and real life all in one.
Yeah. So I think more along the lines of for the bigger picture.
Firebug, shut the fuck up. So stop encouraging Stig.
I'd say I'd look more at the bigger picture. Like if they have terraforming
Stig's like
abilities.
holodeck sheep equals heaven. Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on, sorry.
So I think it more in the bigger picture. I'd ask if they have like terraforming technology.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
Because if you can terraform Earth, you can basically, yeah, help deal with the resource issue and stuff.
But in terms of terraforming, what like you are you talking like the Terracrafters game where you're basically increasing the pressure to get the atmosphere right and then blah blah that type of thing? Or are you on about like spawning in resources to where they weren't before? Like spawning in more oil so that we can continue to run on fossil fuels.
I think basically revitalize Earth, like resource nodes, just have those kind of replenished.
You see, for me though, I don't think that because I don't think we're I don't think we're doing
actually,
a
now that you
bad.
mention it, I think the spawning resources would be good.
I mean, it would be good, but I don't like. I wouldn't like that as an answer. I think personally, so I think this is the biggest question, right? Is it technology that you're asking from them for the whole of humankind? Or is it personal? Is it just for you?
I'd say for all of humankind, problem is.
But it leads to two answers then, doesn't it?
It has to. It's basically too much power for everyone.
Yeah, because if it's for all of humankind, then surely it's simple, right? And it's turn around and just like the ability to disable any weapon at any moment of any time. We never said they had to be able to do it. It's just what can we ask them if they can provide. So disable any weapon at any moment of any time.
Yeah.
So therefore, as soon as a war breaks out, as soon as one country is oppressing another country, topic to be discussed next week, you can automatically just jump in and just go, switch on, the ability, whatever, boom, gone, done. Personally, if it was a personal thing, then I guess we're delving into the realms of basically asking what superpower would we want to have, right? That's the same question, really.
Not necessarily.
You don't think? What do you think is the
like what's the technology you want from them?
Is that not the same question as what superpower would you have the most?
Not really, because if you say, "Oh, give me a spaceship," it's not really a superpower. It's just you have a spaceship.
Is that really what you're going to ask then? Because, like, I think the ability to fly at every speed possible or whatever, like, surely that's negates having a spaceship, right? That is that But having Superman's power of flight would be the same as asking for their flight capabilities in spaceship, right?
No, spaceship can be destroyed or damaged. If you immediately have like superpowers.
I mean,
yeah.
so can your body.
Yeah.
I only said his flight. I didn't specify all of his powers, so you know.
Yeah. Okay. But that's the
But
thing.
you see what I mean? I think it's the same question. I think whether it's what greatest superpower you could have
Yeah, but it's also
for you personally, or what technology. Stig said he's off. Have fun. So a laser to blow the stupid 20-mile-an-hour law in Wales. Teleportation, then, right, Stig? You're along the same lines as Firebug, okay. But yeah, I think it's the same question. For personal use, not...
For personal use, I'd ask a spaceship.
See, I don't think I would. I've always been tied in this question. Like, I can't decide what I'd want more. Because there are a few that I would love the ability to travel, like Looper, to travel anywhere. The moment I think of
okay,
it.
but that's superpowers. That's not alien tech.
It could be alien tech, right? That's teleportation, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, how advanced are
But
they?
this is what I'm saying. It's the same question. I didn't say that they could provide it. What I said was you could ask it of them.
No, not necessarily that they have it.
Yeah, you could just
Yeah,
ask whether they could give it to you. So therefore, you can
okay.
think of anything that you want. This is what I specified earlier. It didn't mean that they had to be able to give it to you. Just what could you ask of them, knowing that they had superior tech?
Yeah.
So, the ability to teleport, so like Looper, like that type of thing. Think of a place and jump there would be great. Not Looper. No, it is Looper. It is Looper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like, if you think about like how.
Oh no, it's not Looper. Looper is the one where they go back in time and kill people. They're assassins, kill people.
No?
Jumper is the one I'm thinking of.
Jumper, yeah.
Yeah.
Jumper. So like Jumper. But I'd also mind reading would be a good one. That I would quite like to have.
I don't think I would like that because then the. Again, what would be a superpower that you'd have like?
Oh,
be-
absolutely fucking dead easy with mind read. Like mind reading superpower. I'd love that.
Well, it would be good. Problem is, I think. Yeah, okay, if you could turn it
How
on
would it
and
make
off.
you self-conscious, Firebug? Like, you can read everyone else's mind. They can't read yours.
I know, but if you read someone's mind and they think like, oh, that dude's a moron, yeah.
Yeah, but then you instantly read their mind, so therefore you can change the way you behave as soon as they start thinking. Like, if they look at you and immediately go, oh, this guy looks like an ass, then you can also read their mind afterwards when they're going, holy shit, I wish I had this, and all of a sudden, oh look, you've got this for them. You know? Like, being a mind reader would make you one of the most powerful people on the planet. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh, do you know the podcast or the unsub podcast, the unsubscribe podcast?
Wait, we're
Oh, man.
promoting other podcasts now? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know, but like one of the things they
It's
do
not,
is
it's not as good as Thickets Thoughts, but
yeah, no, definitely. No, but one of the things they do is that they have a superhero group where everyone has a superpower, but they have
Firebug,
a-
what are you on about? We stole every good idea anybody ever had. All I do is original ideas. I don't look at anybody else's content. All I do is my own ideas. How is that stealing anything? Oh, somebody else has spoken about alien interaction before. Of course they fucking have!
Pretty much everyone talks about it at some point, yeah.
He's talking, oh no, he's talking
Firebug,
about,
do you know what the internet is?
he's talking about mind reading, so he was on about you steal every good idea. No, but you see, I wouldn't like to use it in that way. Like, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
say that
like,
now.
I wouldn't like to, like, use mind reading to take other people. Like, I personally wouldn't want to do that. Like, if somebody else was coming up with a good idea, then I would like to use that ability to help them visage that idea, which I think is borne out in the fact that I've given credit constantly to the Thickets Thoughts thing to Jebster and our little discussion that we had, like our little think tank. Like, yeah, I don't. And I think that depends upon the person as to how you would perceive that. So maybe, Firebug, maybe you're the type of person who would steal everyone's ideas. But, you know, I'm not, so I would be asking for that power. Calantris, what power, what thing would you ask? What tech, what would you ask of your alien visitors?
I just blatant just ask what kind of tech do you have and just call it a day.
Firebug, you're such a bullshit. Really,
There
you've
were-
got the opportunity to ask them for anything, and you're gonna cop out with, what do you have?
You got any games?
God.
Fruitbat, what's your idea? What you asking?
He's a holodeck.
Yeah. I'm all on the holodeck train.
Just holodeck, yeah?
I want it, God damn it! I want a holodeck.
no,
Just imagine
no.
anything.
Holodeck's cool, but I'm just like, I don't know. I like the idea of holodeck. I'm just not sure it'll be the be all and end all. I think maybe bigger AI.
Bigger AI?
Yeah, because like we're developing. We're gonna have to do a subject on AI at some point as well, which I think is going to end up being very, very similar to the alien talk today, right? Like, how much power can we give them? Should we give them power? And that sort of thing. But yeah, for me, like just imagine a world like Detroit Become Human, the game. And there was a TV show. I don't know if any of you saw it. There was a Netflix show called Human, which is very, very much like Detroit Become Human, where they had robots, they had robot slaves, AI, all of this, and then the robots started to become self-conscious, or some of them did. So they started rebelling, and it came about because, much like iRobot, their developer put in a code that meant that they would start learning on their own, they would start developing their own feelings, emotions, And one of the tests in it is if a robot feels pain. So if you like stab it in the finger or whatnot, then it will flinch, and because it feels the pain, it's becoming self-conscious. Really, really interesting concept in terms of what happens when AI starts to go out of control, or not necessarily out of control, but becomes self-aware, I guess. And then how do we treat them afterwards? Like, if they start to become self-aware, do we give them rights? Basically, we are extending the views of animal rights onto robots, right?
Yeah.
So, like, are they just machines? Are they just functions that we've made? Or if they have the ability to feel, if they have the ability to experience emotions, then are they actually beings that we need to consider how they feel? We have to consider their feelings.
Yeah.
Do they have rights?
No, no rights for you.
So I think this will be a topic that we will delve into on another Thickets Thoughts, because I think it's a big discussion.
I guess.
But it's a nice little think about, nice little thing for you guys to think about before we do it. It's not going to be for 2 weeks because we've already got next week's planned out. But yeah. Alright, does anybody have anything more to say on the alien discussion? I think we've talked about the tech, we've talked about quite a lot tonight, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done? We
Covered most
happy?
of it.
I think we're basically done.
Anybody got any little enders that they want to finish on? Just something quick, short topic that 5-minute discussion. Firebug. The question of what would they look like? Like we spoke about this earlier, and who knows? They could look like anything.
They can look like your mother and we wouldn't care.
Calantris, it's getting late. I think you need to go to bed, man. You're getting a bit antsy. You're getting a bit touchy. By the way, guys, the intro for Thickets Thoughts is a work in progress. We got the music, which you all heard last week. The actual visuals behind it, I would have started this week, but I decided I needed to learn a little bit more into Blender because I want to make something really cool and really special. So, in the Discord is the current state of where I am with Blender, but we can pull up the picture quickly. This is the last render of my picture. Like, there's a little animation that goes behind it, so there's camera movement and stuff. But this is the picture basically at the end of the scene. And this is all created in Blender from scratch. So, yeah. I'm going to take the learnings that I've taken from this and use that to create an intro to go along with the intro music that we've already done that you guys heard before. So look forward to that. Should be interesting. I'm hoping I can get it done by next week, but I really don't know if I'm going to be able to be fair. So we'll have to wait and see. So nobody's got any quick quick, like 5-minute subject or something that's just you've been thinking about, you want to talk about? Nothing.
All I'm thinking about is my lovely, lovely bed.
I'm starting to think about that as well.
Alright, we are going to end the podcast and I'm going to end the stream there as well then. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We shall see you all later. Don't forget, Fruit Bat. Event vote channel is up in the Discord. The vote for tomorrow's game is there. You need to vote.
I am busy tomorrow, I'm afraid.
You little dick.
Well,
By
there you
the
go.
way, guys, if you are just planning on watching and not necessarily joining, you can always still join the Discord and you can vote on what we play on a Saturday. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to join. You get to vote if you want to watch that game being played as well. So yeah, you vote on what you want to play or what you want to watch. But if it comes down to a tie, then obviously the focus is going to be on those that are actually signed up to the event to play. So if you want to play a game and you vote for that game, make sure you're also signed up to the event in the events tab at the top, and then we'll play that game if it gets the most votes, I guess. That being said, what are the votes like for tomorrow?
I think at the moment it's
It is 3 for content warning, it's 2 for VTOL VR. It's also 2 for Human Fall Flat and 2 for Jackbox. So there we go, that's what the split is. Go and have a look. Pick the game that you want to see or play. Sign up for the event. If you're not signed up, then, you know, if it's a tie and your one doesn't get played, then that's why. Because you weren't signed up for the event. And currently, there is only me and Calantris signed up for the event. So me and Calantris are the ones that hold all the voting power.
Pretty much.
Because Jebson never signs up for events because he's
nope. I
absolutely
never know
shit.
if I'm actually there.
It's better to sign up and
You
not be
know
there
that
than
you
not
will
sign
be
up.
here tomorrow, so come on.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I expect
I don't. I actually don't.
Yes, you
I
do.
want to play content warning. Alright, Firebug wants to play content warning. Does anyone want to play content warning?
Well,
Like,
Firebug, sign up for the fucking event and go for it.
No, he's on about playing it now.
Oh, now? Nah.
Firebug's not sure.
Also, you never started the fucking event, Shatters, by the way.
Oh, tonight? No.
Yep.
Probably not, I never do, because I'm too busy doing all the other stuff my side.
Yes.
See, you should be looking after that, Calantis, and you should be signing up for me. You know, what are event hosts for if they're not to help hosting events? I don't know. Kids these days. Alright, so I think that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun. We've had... From what started, to be honest, after like the first hour, I was like, holy shit, I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to continue this discussion for. And it's been nearly 4 hours. And pretty much on one subject, minus the obvious game in the middle. I think that's good, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys like the idea of the would I lie to you game thing in the middle? Like, is it fun? Is it like...
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't do it at the end because everyone will be tired at the end.
Yeah, this is why I tried to chuck it into the middle today, and I just thought... And I think that's the way. Like, we have a bit of a discussion, and then we throw that idea in, like, in the middle, and we say, right, okay, we're going to take a break from that, and let's play the... I don't know, Thickets Lie to You? Maybe we need to come up with a better name. Like, with the Thickets, the Discord's going to change, by the way. It's going to become the Thickets Love Lounge. So we are Thickets. So is it gonna be like Thickets lie to you, or Thickets deception maybe? Let's think of that. Thickets deception?
Yeah, possibly.
We'll have a think. You guys can send me ideas. We can talk about it in general, etc. I can come up with a graphic if you guys come up with a decent idea. Or we'll come up with an idea. Let's chat about it. Let's figure it out. Yeah. But I agree. Something in the middle, and we just do something that's just like... Don't think I might hurt myself. Firebug, have you seen the fucking Discord? Have you seen the shit I've been dealing with for the past couple of days? Like, go ahead. If you want to make those jokes, go ahead and do that. Do that, and then post your attempt at it, and then you can make those jokes. In the meantime, you know, maybe don't. He said, lol, I know, sorry. You know. Alright. Well, thank you very much. We'll go ahead and we will go and raid somebody. I don't know who yet, but we'll figure it out. And we'll see you all later. Have a good night. Bye-bye. And tune in tomorrow, where it looks as though we may be playing Content Warning. Or possibly VTOL VR. It all depends. There's still about 6 hours on the vote, so there's still chance for people to vote. Alright, see you later. Bye-bye. Anybody got anything else to say before we sign off?
Bye.
It can taste good.
Bye bye.